Good evening, and welcome to Science and Sorcery, the show where science communicators play Dungeons and Dragons to raise money for charity. My name is Dagmar der Weduwen. I am your host and one of your players, and tonight we are starting our second mini campaign, The Search for the Merah. Incredibly excited for this. It's been in the works for quite some time. I asked the DM about this, I think, in April. And then Flaming Heteros took a bit longer than expected. And then tonight we had some technical difficulties, so apologies. We're starting a bit later than normal. So we'll keep the introduction a bit shorter. Just introduce you to tonight's DM and the players who will be accompanying me for the next few weeks. First up, our DM is an evolutionary biologist trapped in a paleontology department, the wonderful Dr. Catherine Sheard. Catherine,
delighted
welcome
to
to Science and Sorcery.
Thank you.
I was thinking today, I think you might have been the first postdoc I've ever met.
Oh, wow. That's an honor.
Yes. Catherine and I have played D&D before. Catherine is a very good DM, so very excited to have you here. Now, the people who are here joining me to derail everything you've planned for this campaign. The first one is a newbie to streaming, but not to D&D for once. We don't have any completely new players. She is a neuroscientist who is firmly on the side of Team Fish to help me combat the 3 bird nerds we're going to be playing with. It's the wonderful Rachel Williams.
Hi, everybody. Yeah,
welcome,
I love fish,
Rachel.
but do the fish love me? That's the question.
Oh, yeah, same mood. Fish are monsters. But they're better than birds, and I can say this because I've worked with both, so I'm allowed to say it.
Oh, I didn't know you were a bird and a fish, little mermaid with wings.
I swapped. I realized that fish were much worse / better.
Good for you.
But sadly, we are outnumbered, as our other players for tonight are also big fans of birds. Sadly, one of them, you know them. You love them. They didn't do the art for this campaign, but they usually do all of our art, so they get a little bit of a break. It is, of course, our very own resident artist, Alex Holt. Alex, welcome back.
Hello.
It's only been like 4 days since you were last here.
I know, right? Just
5, I can't count.
I know. Just
time is lost.
I couldn't sleep. Just had to wait.
You're in a different place than normal.
Yes, because everything is broken.
Yep. Lots of technical issues, but it's fine. And our final player, who is probably shaking his head at how long my intro got, it's only been 2 minutes, is our producer and resident chaos gremlin, Sam Langford.
It's actually like a good length of like that. That was actually like a really good intro.
Okay, all right, good to know. I've downgraded you from goblin to gremlin.
It's good. Yeah, I'm happy enough with that. I'm going to try and turn over a new leaf for this campaign, and not be as much of a goblin.
Literally because you are a druid.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But also truth in the comment.
Yeah, Sam's trying not to get fired. Fair enough. One very quick note. This is a slight change to our previous campaign. We are going to be continually raising money during the campaign as well for whatever charity we've chosen that month. It is still November, so we are still raising money for the Palestine Children's Relief Fund. If you haven't donated yet, if you want one of our characters to do something, maybe donate. I will pull up the donations page, so I will keep an eye on that. You can also tell us in chat if you have donated, just to prompt me to look at the Just Giving page. But yeah, very excited to still be raising money for that. I think that's all we've got on our end. So why don't we say hand over to Catherine and get into the campaign.
Amazing. Let's begin. We start our story in the Lemba Valley. And until recently, the Lemba Valley was special because magic did not work in the Lemba Valley. Some mystical, holy protective force meant that only the simplest of spells and cantrips could function in this place. We are high in the mountains. The Lemba Valley is flanked on one side by the Gunung Mountain, a very sacred peak, and then through it runs the Jurang Gorge. And we begin our story on the other end of the Jurang Gorge, in the town of Sanok, where our heroes are. For a few days ago, there was an earthquake that destroyed quite a lot of the paths and roads in the Lemba Valley, and it also seems to have damaged what protects the valley from these magical incursions. Now, most of the townsfolk in the town of Sanok are concentrating on the earthquake relief efforts, trying to rebuild structures, go to the outlying settlements, homesteads, look for people, make sure that any survivors that need rescuing can be pulled out. But cool. Was wondering what that sound was. Excellent. Not something I need to be concerned about. But our heroes are not from the Lemba Valley originally, and so they have been drafted to help on perhaps another adventure that needs doing. So Ariana, who is the High Priest of Hutar, you don't need to know this, it's fine, has asked you guys to meet her at the Temple of Hutar in town, one bell past dawn. And she will give you your assignment to help with the sort of earthquake relief, to help figure out maybe what's going on with the magic. You're not quite sure. You've just agreed to show up at this time. But it's not quite that time yet. It's about dawn. So to introduce everyone's character, we're going to go one by one and explain just a little bit who you are, what you look like, and what you are doing at dawn before you go to the temple to be given your assignment. So, Ankali, let's start with you. What are you doing at dawn? I think you're muted.
Yeah, there we go. So Ankali is like a South Asian-looking woman. She looked like she's very muscly. She's got just to appeal to the Dagmars in her audience. Yes, and she's just sort of wearing sort of simple clothes, and she is just sitting, sort of taking her morning prayers at a shrine. Just to the various gods.
Great. Yeah. So you're praying very calmly, very serenely. You live a little bit outside of town, so you're not inundated with the noise of the dawn, with the gamelan, with the incense that's burning at the many shrines that many of these folks would have as they pray to their various gods. Yeah, and so are you packing up your stuff and getting ready to go to meet Ariana?
Yeah. I don't have that much, and I spend a good time traveling anyway, so I travel light.
Great. You don't have much stuff to pack up, but what little you do, you form and you get ready to go. Next up, let's go for Misery. What are you doing, Misery, at dawn?
So I have just finished one of my demonic empowerment classes. So I've had, a group of mostly, kind of down on their luck, vulnerable villagers looking for a bit of self-esteem. And I'm ending the session saying, when life gives you lemons, remember, spit in life's eye, because lemons are for you losers and you only deserve diamonds. And then everyone's like nodding and then walking away as I go to join the important meeting that begins the campaign.
Yes, the villagers clap. One of them bows to you as they leave. Yep, you exit your little studio from which you have been selling your wares for the past few months, and from which you've been conducting classes for the past few months. And again, you're just inundated with like noise and sensory overload. There are chickens. There are people chanting. There's people baking bread in the few sort of bakeries that have survived the earthquake. There's a lot going on. But yeah, you head over to the temple. There was someone else, I believe, at your class. Does that person want to introduce themselves? Katanga?
Katanga is fairly new to town and just trying to get to grips with what's going on. It started the morning with a kind of light meditation and then somehow found himself at this demonic empowerment class. Like feeling refreshed and taking on what sounds like a new motto for life. A lot to think about when it comes to lemons and diamonds, and feeling very refreshed. Katanga is an air genasi, so what you're looking at, let me remind myself, is a blue-skinned humanoid male with kind of purple tattoos across the cheeks and the forehead that look like wisps of the wind. Is wearing kind of orange and brown and yellow robes that kind of go down to his knees and end in a pair of shorts. His hair is a kind of crystallized blue, which from my artwork I still genuinely love, like the hair so much. That is Katanga.
Amazing. So yes, so after this demonic empowerment session, you two make your way to the Temple of Hutar. Yes, and Misery, you didn't describe yourself. What do you look like, Misery?
Sorry about that. So the reference picture that I sent in was just a picture of Meg the Stallion. So I'm really hot. Got a banging body, smashing booty, probably I said around 40, got a little kind of I know where I've come from, I know where I've been. I hold myself with a certain certainty that I use to confuse and influence. I have red skin and purple hair, but I'm a tiefling sorcerer. But yeah, I'm basically a 40-year-old Meg the Stallion, just here to cause trouble. That's me.
Exactly the person you'd want to buy crystals from. And finally, we have Dr. Turnip Amberhorn. Dr. Turnip Amberhorn, what are you doing on this fine early morning? Dagmar, you're muted.
Jesus. Dr. Turnip is sitting in the room which she has rented since she arrived here, probably yesterday, very last minute. She is sat, she's not really sat, she's kind of hovering in the air, wings beating rapidly, cross-legged, as she's stripping down her weapon and putting it back together again, making sure it's all in working order. She is a fairly small fairy with pink hair, dressed in your typical colonial explorer's outfits, and yes, we will talk about it. And she's got glasses. She's looking a little bit frazzled but excited, and ready to get out the door.
Amazing. And how tall exactly are you, Dr. Turner?
I'm size small, so probably like 2 feet. I imagine I'd be smaller than that, like a halfling still, so.
Great.
Before we move on, we've had a question in the chat from Hogan about lemons.
Oh, yes.
And about whether lemons were created from selective breeding, which technically is true, yes, but so were the majority of the things that we eat. In terms of the fruit and vegetables that we eat, the majority of them were created by selective breeding. So potatoes were incredibly poisonous. Pineapples didn't really exist. Limes were through hybridization. Sorry, it was an intake of breath from Dagmar. What did I say that was wrong?
You didn't say anything that was wrong. It is that citrus fruits specifically are kind of more like brassicas in the way that they were selectively bred, because all citrus fruits that we know come from 3 original citrus species that have been cross-bred, whereas things like potatoes and stuff were selectively bred to enhance certain traits rather than hybridizing them.
I had a vague... correct me if I'm wrong, I had a vague feeling that limes predate lemons. And
I believe so.
Lemons were like a kind of a mutant cultivar of lime.
Quite possibly.
I can't remember where I know that from.
Okay, so the core species, which is what they're called, the ones that the commercial varieties are descended from, are citrons, mandarins, and pomelos. So, I think a citron is kind of like a lemon, but not really. So possible limes are still older than lemons, but yeah, those 3, citrons, mandarins, and pomelos, are the ones that all citrus fruits that we currently eat were made from. But yes, good point that everything we eat is not as it would have been in nature.
Yeah.
Brassicas especially, those bastards.
I mean, those sound like some science facts. So we're a little too early to award inspiration die, but Katenga, as you are walking, a little old gnome gentleman runs into you, and he's carrying a bushel of lemons, and those lemons jumble out, and you help him pick those lemons up, and he is just so grateful to you that he gives you 13 lemons that you can add to your inventory.
13?
13? How am I meant to carry all of these lemons? Okay.
Only you have
it in his eye.
That's only if life gives you lemons. If an old man gives you lemons, it's different.
I'll be more specific.
Katanga is gonna stop and just think about the life lesson that was thought about earlier. Say, well, yeah, maybe I am worth diamonds, but that was just a very kind gesture by this little a gnome. Did you say?
Yeah, little old gnome man.
Gnome. And I'm gonna say I can't just take these. What can I give you for them?
Oh, you're going to go help the earthquake effort, right? You're going to the temple, and Ariana's going to assign you to a quest. That's more than payment enough. You're going to help the entire town.
Well, that is far too kind, but as we all know, vitamin C very important. So I don't know if I can fit these into my I travel quite light. 13 lemons is a lot, so I'm gonna just give a couple out to any kind of passing children that I see, and then keep maybe
the passing children are incredibly grateful, and they all accept the lemons and bow to you a bit. Do you keep any for yourself, or do you give all 13 of them out?
I'm keeping half a dozen. I don't know if I'm going out on the road. Need to keep scurvy away. Yeah.
Okay, so you've made 7 children incredibly happy. Great.
Strangers handing out lemons.
Okay, so you all converge on the temple, and you see this elven lady who, even though elves, it's very hard to tell their age, you can tell that this lady has been around for many centuries. She has a long hair and a silver braid, and she has total command of the room. She is clearly directing efforts, and people are coming with what tools they have, or groups of people coming together, and she's immediately assigning them different tasks. And she sees you for approach. Coincidentally at the same time. Look at that. Good job, folks. And she says, yes, the 4 adventurers, I have a special task for you if you're still willing. Yes, there are 4 of you willing?
Yes, of course.
I see some nods. Great. The genasi was a little slow on the nodding, but excellent. That's okay, as long as we get there in the end. So, you may not know this because you're newcomers to the valley, but partway up the Ganung Mountain, on the other side of the gorge, there is a temple of the Merah. And we think that something terrible has happened because we think that is the temple that was protecting the valley from magic. And all the locals are very, very busy in rebuilding the roads and rebuilding the school and helping the elderly. But you four don't have many connections here yet. So we thought that bold, famous adventurers like you would be just perfect to traverse the gorge and go check on the Merah, make sure they're all right, see if you can get the magic protection back up in the valley. Does that sound okay? Okay, I see one nod.
But I just need you to know that I'm very influential in my circles. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Holtar is a god that is really accepting of all religions. And when you come back, I would love to chat theology with you.
Thank you.
This sounds very intriguing. Sorry, Dr. Turnip Amberhorn from the Royal Institution over in the country.
Oh yes, from the Empire, the one to the east, not the one to the south. Yes, yes. Nice to meet you.
Very glad to be of assistance. I was just wondering, the temple, does it protect the valley from magic, or does it enable magic to happen? I don't know a lot about the area.
Yes, it protects the valley from magic. It was the source of the powering the shield. But it seems to have something's gone awry. Folks with some innate magic have been able to do spells. Not perfectly. Things go a little bit wrong.
No,
but
very dangerous. If you don't know what you're doing, fully understand. Okay, just want to make sure I've got it the right way around.
Very important. Yes. Yeah. A researcher of your influence, it would be great to have you on the team.
Oh, well, of course.
And any other questions or things I can help with?
Katanga's going to be quite happy to follow along with, having listened to quite an inspiring masterclass this morning, is going to follow with misery for the moment. So where you go, I'm going.
Not to be rude here, but what are the Merah?
Oh, they are the most lovely creatures. They're very shy. They don't like talking to outsiders much. But they're about this big. And they have these really fluffy tails. And they're kind of reddish, but have white on their noses and streaks, white streaks down the sides of their faces. They're very, very clever. And legend has it that before the protections came across the valley, that they were the one fighting the undead in this region. Yeah, there are undead. That's been a problem.
That's good to know. Great.
Yeah, I should also mention that the road to the temple got knocked out by the landslides, so you're going to have to go into the gorge, and that's the only way through.
Okay.
That's fine. It's a perfectly lovely gorge. Nothing bad is going to happen to you there.
It looks beautiful. To herself, Turnip's gonna just go, how are there undead if there's no magic? Intriguing. And just start scribbling notes in a notebook.
And Katanga, like hearing what sound like it might have been genuine, but is not 100% sure of nothing bad is going to happen to you there.
You can roll an insight check on this lady if you want.
To make an insight check.
Yeah.
Which, oh my god, a natural 20 on my first roll.
She seems like a genuine, good-hearted soul. She seems like she genuinely does not know of anything bad that could happen in the valley. On the other hand, she just told you that magic is starting to go haywire and that suddenly there are undead now when there used to not be any undead. So, that's a problem.
Yeah. I may be a little kind of trepidatious about it all, but having heard about these kind of lovely, fluffy creatures, I'm going to be keen for the adventure and kind of try to connect with whatever these creatures are.
So before the temple, there was magic throughout the valley?
Yes, before the temple, there was this valley was covered in undead hordes, and then the Merah came and they fought the undead hordes, and then the people came, and the people and the Merah, humanoids, all people, not just humans. Don't worry. came, and together they put up the shield. But it was the Merah who are mostly powering it because they're just so powerful, much more than any of us.
And you don't know where the initial undead came from?
They just seem to be rising up out of the ground on farms and people's cellars. And Jeff over there had one eating his potatoes this morning.
Unusual.
Yeah.
That's quite fascinating.
I genuinely think that's interesting. Why is this undead thing eating a potato? That's probably me as an undead.
Potentially an incursion from the south. The Southern Empires is very famous for their problems with undead. Not so much a problem on the east.
No.
Potatoes.
I've got some colleagues who study that culture, if you can call it that.
So if you're ready to go, we can winch you down. Yeah, I'm just going to ignore the rude one. It's fine. Maybe she meant something else in her native tongue. Maybe she didn't mean how it came out in common.
Sorry. When I giggle, it's out of character, but anything else I do will be in character.
That's fine. I'm laughing at my own character's rudeness.
Yeah, we can winch you down to the bottom of the gorge whenever you're ready. Is there any last-minute errands you need to run?
Is Katanga still holding a bunch of lemons in his arms?
No, I would say that probably 3 of them are stowed away. The other 3 I've just been juggling.
I'm just gonna seeing you with all these lemons. I'm just gonna offer you my bag of holding. Can I hold some of those for you if we're gonna be traveling together? Your bag seems quite full.
I'm gonna look at like the good doctor, and having heard what you just said, I'm not going to take you up on that offer. It's very kind.
Okay, just as long as you know, I'm happy to carry things for people. I'm little, but the bag.
Would you like another bag? I can get you a larger rucksack or a side pouch.
Yeah, like a little side pouch would be great.
Yeah, sure. And she summons one of her acolytes, and they produce this side pouch, made of just like this beautiful sort of like quilted batik. It's just like got these really intricate designs on it, and nice like padding in the inside. Yeah, seems like it'll protect your lemons quite well.
And I pat. Say that again.
So I feel like my bag is a bindle, like on a stick.
We can also get you a bag. Would you like a bag?
No, I'm quite good with this, thank you.
And I pat Katanga on the shoulder and I just kind of whisper, "Well done. Remember, you're worth more, darling." And then I like mime spitting on Dr. Turner Tambo. Tap my nose.
I'm working up to it.
You said something about a winch?
Yes. This is how you get down the gorge. There are these chains, and we have someone lower you down. Well, I suppose you can just fly if you don't.
Yes, if you don't mind. Not to be rude, I just.
No, very understandable. We don't have many flying visitors often. Yeah.
No, understandable. Very well.
And if you're going to ask her any other questions, yes, she will lead you to the very edge of the gorge, and it is a beautiful view out over the mountains, just these nice bamboo forests. It's still early in the morning, so the peaks are covered in clouds. The birds are still singing. It's great. And as described, there is a wench with chains that she will attach you into a little harness to one by one and lower you down into the gorge. Which I assume you all do?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Great. So as you're lowered one by one into the gorge, it gets increasingly humid, and you hear the rush of water. There's a sort of sizable river down at the bottom of the gorge, and kind of where the town is, it seems to be like disappearing into some sort of cave. But you are going up the gorge rather than going cave diving. So, hey, do what you want. And there is a sort of path laid out among the rocks with like bamboo lashed together to provide a sort of railing and to mark the path. Climbs sort of up the cliffs a little bit and just carries on up the gorge. Ariana has told you that she reckons it would take you probably about 3 days to traverse the inside of the gorge, and that the road above would have normally taken you 2 days. But she doesn't know if there's any sort of landslides or maybe undead incursions, so it might take you slightly longer. But she reckons 3 days to get to the temple. Yeah. So, do you start walking the path?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we move forward, I'm just going to turn to Misery and go, did you hear what the doctor said? She was like, not to be rude.
Yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on with that one over there. I have my suspicions. So let me think. How should we handle this, darling? I really like that you come to me. It shows good initiative. You know what? Why don't you go and ask what university this doctor's really from? Because I think there was a bit of skipping over the details. You can do it. Assert yourself. I'll be right behind you.
Oh, yeah. Grab life by the lemons. That's what you said earlier, wasn't it?
Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna walk up to Dr. Turnip and say, so, what school was it you were from?
Oh, goodness. Dr. Turnip was closely examining a branch, just like off the side of the path. Sorry, I didn't hear you there. I'm from the Catherine. Quick, give me a name for a thing.
Say any noun you want. Anything's fine.
Anyone. I'm from the Institute of Observational Research in the capital of the Eastern Empire. I think we said yes. I'm a research fellow there, and this is my first time, setting out on my own to do research. But frankly, the phenomena here in this valley are so interesting. I just couldn't resist coming down here.
And
what about yourself? What brings you here?
Oh, we haven't. We're talking about you. And
I'm in the background, like, yes.
Heading out on a kind of several-day journey. We need to get to know each other.
Well, I think that's very sensible. Yes.
Would Katanga know anything to do with these kind of universities? DM.
You can roll a history check if you want.
It's 17.
Yeah, so the capital city of the Eastern Empire is very, 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 very far away from here. And like the clothing that Dr. Turnip wears, their accent all marks her as being like very much an outlander. So like, sure, the Eastern Empire has universities; they're good, but you don't know very much about them otherwise.
Okay. So Katanga's a bit of a kind of pretty but dumb character. So is gonna just in this moment just like have a small bit of courage and go, I think I've heard of that school. Got a pretty bad ref score, right?
I'm gonna, if that's okay, Catherine, I'd like to roll D100 to find out how true this is.
Sure. roll for ref score.
Roll for ref score. That's a 3.
Oh, yeah. So the capital has a real famous university. You're not from that university. You are from the other university that's very new and it's doing great stuff. Like it is up and coming. The people there are very dedicated to their students, but yeah, did not do so well on the recent draft.
No. I mean, it's a very new institute. It's partially why I'm only just getting out to do my first independent Research, but no, we didn't do very well in the ref. I'm hoping my research here might be able to improve our score at the next audit in a few years' time.
Are you one of these people who went to Oxford Brookes but always says they went to Oxford?
Well, you'll find out.
Yeah.
I think in terms of improving reputation, improving standing, improving outreach, it pays to be a bit nicer to people. And
I know what I said about the cultures of the Southern Empire was a bit rude, but we have been at war for a very, very long time. And also, I think just raising the undead constantly is just not polite. If that's your culture, I mean, I know we have to respect other cultures, but raising brain-eating zombie hordes isn't really respecting other people's cultures either, is it? When they get loose and attack the people of places like this lovely, lovely valley?
I mean, you seem very quick to judgment.
Well, you've not had to put up with the scholars from the Southern Empire, I assume.
Again, very quick to judgment.
Well, I did ask you
Meanwhile,
what brought you here, and you didn't answer my question, which I also think is quite rude. Instead, you're just interrogating me.
Meanwhile, sorry, Ankali?
So meanwhile, Ankali, who is from the Southern Empire, is just talking to Misery and just being like, it's like, yeah, this is... It's like, I've encountered people from the Eastern Empire before. They do seem to have rather high opinions of themselves, to be honest.
Yeah, this Eastern Empire is really giving empire to a degree I'm not comfortable with. So I just walk over and go, and what part of your research makes you such a dick?
Excuse me?
Misery High Bluff. Shit to meet you. Why are you like this? By the way, great work, Katanga. You're coming along swell.
I'm gonna just look at Katanga and go, do you really think I'm the rude one? And then just fly off down the path.
Yes, so Dr. Turnip flies off. And what's your passive perception? I know how to read. No, 12 is fine. And so you do not go smack face first into the waterfall that you guys couldn't hear because you were arguing so loudly. So the path ends rather abruptly because there is a rushing waterfall in front of you, and it's clear that there was some sort of structure that would allow folks to climb up, but it has been destroyed, presumably in the earthquake. You see like bits of bamboo and bits of rock sort of like scattered about. The walls of the gorge are very, very slick at this point. You could try climbing it, but it would be very difficult. And yeah, about 80 foot above you is the top of the waterfall. What are you guys going to do? I mean, Dr. Turnip's going to fly up. We got this. What are the other three of you going to do?
I'm going to fly to the base of the waterfall, turn around, and just stare at everyone.
I'm just going to... well, I think I'm just going to attempt to climb this, and then I can perhaps drop a rope down. Or perhaps our good friend Dr. Turnip could...
We're friends now, are we?
I haven't even spoken to you yet.
That's a good point.
My problem isn't with the fact that you are calling me your friend, it's the fact that you said our friend. Because these two, clearly, are just as quick to judge as they're accusing me of being. Now, we could avoid you having to climb up here at all if you all just hopped into my bag and I could carry you all up there. But frankly, I'm not sure if I want to travel anywhere with the two of you.
Katang. Oh, this is where it all starts to get exciting.
Party TPK in episode 1.
Because
Split the party now!
I have a spell called Spider Climb, and Katanga also has a bag of holding. So
Katanga doesn't have a bag of holding.
I think it's just
you
a
just
regular
have a normal
bag,
bag.
right?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
right.
an
Yeah.
Right.
Otherwise, I would
Just
climb in.
Point from the chat, they can die without air in a bag of holding, but they would have 7 minutes if the 3 of them were in it. And my flying speed is 30 feet, so it would take about 15 seconds to get up there.
So
I mean, the
how
question is, are you just going to trust Dr. Turnip, though? Because she could easily kill you if you walked into her bag of holding.
I mean, there is that.
I mean, would the 3 of us climb into a colonialist bag and trust them?
I mean, that was kind of. I'm just going to take the acrobatics, I think.
Okay, so Akala, you're going to try to climb up. Are you going to climb up the waterfall itself and get wet, or are you going to try to go up the cliffs?
Does one look an easier, more sensible route than the other?
Make a perception check.
Dr. Turnip's just gonna fly up because everyone's still being an asshole.
9?
9. So I mean, it's a warm day. You haven't put your hand in the water or anything, but the water would probably be cool. The water is flowing quickly. The walls of the gorge are very steep. With a 9, you reckon it's probably about a toss-up.
I think I'll go for the dry route because at least then it won't be slippery.
Great. So yeah, athletics or acrobatics, your choice to climb the wall.
18 acrobatics.
Great. What's your movement speed?
45.
45. Oh, okay. And then yeah, you movement dash. That's a 90. So only one check needed. Yeah, with an 18, no problem. You guys see and Kali with her bulging muscles just scamper up the cliff, and then get to the next bit of the path. No problem at all.
So the cliff's 80 feet, right?
Sorry, the waterfall's 80 feet. So you could either climb the waterfall or you could go up the cliff and around.
I drop down my rope. Well, I tie not the whole thing, obviously. Just I tie one end up to this end. It doesn't make the whole way, but at least does give a 50-foot worth of, or thereabouts worth of resistance.
I'm gonna, if Ankali has joined me up at the top, I'm gonna just turn to her and look, I'm sorry if I offended you with what I said about the cultures of the Southern Empire. I know they're not all identical. My supervisor studied the cultures of the Southern Empire. We'd had massive falling out, and I have to admit, I may be projecting a little bit my hatred of him onto your people. And I know that's not entirely fair. But just wanted to apologize. Do you think those other two would be nicer to me if I gave you this bit of rope? And I'm gonna take out another 50 foot of rope from the bag of holding.
I think it could be a start, certainly.
All right. Well, why don't we tie this to your rope then, and
okay.
Might make it a bit easier for them.
Okay, with the 2 ropes tied together, you can throw it down to the other 2, and no problem. You guys now have a rope.
Excellent.
It's going sort of through the waterfall. But...
See, we had to break them first, and now that they're broken, they are bending to our will.
Down, building back up. I'm learning so much.
Oh, goodness.
And
Why
then
did we let the airheaded druid start with the grifter?
So yeah, I just want to grab the rope and start to pull myself up.
Okay, cool. Athletics or acrobatics, your choice. Because there's a rope, the DC is lower and you have advantage.
Cool, advantage. I'm going to go with acrobatics. That's a 22.
No problem at all. Because the way the physics of this work, you have to go through the waterfall, so you get very wet. But yeah, no problem. You're able to climb the rope. It is fine.
Amazing.
What am I rolling for this?
Do you want to also climb the rope through the waterfall, or do you want to spider climb?
Yeah. I'll save the spells for maybe. I'll try the rope since it's there.
Fair enough.
So,
yes. So athletics or acrobatics, your choice, and you get advantage. So roll twice and take the
Okay.
higher.
Oh, great. Okay. So first one is 12 plus 0. The second one is 8 plus 0. Did I make it?
Yeah, so you get halfway up, and a gust of water. Does water gust? It does now. Shoves into you, and you find yourself sliding down. With the 12, you don't take damage, but you are at the bottom of the waterfall, and you are very
And I
wet.
just- God damn it. And then I cast Spider Climb to try and get up there.
Great, you cast Spider Climb. We have our first leveled spell, folks. You have never cast a leveled spell in the Lumba Valley before, at least not since the Earthquake. I need you to roll a D100 and a D10, and tell me those numbers, please.
Roll. Okay,
Find out
D100.
how Catherine reads D100.
43. And
Okay.
D10. 2.
A 43 and
43 and
22. Great. And now Catherine scrolls really fast. Cool. Little spiders appear on the inside, the rocks inside the waterfall, but they're like little spiders, so they start falling down the waterfall a lot and drown. It's very sad. But your spell works just fine.
Oh, sweet! Okay, then I scamper up the wall, and when I get to the top, I turn to Dr. Turner Aberhor and go, "Fuck you!" And that's that.
I'm just picturing your spider climb works by just attaching tiny spiders to each of your fingertips and just just pull you up.
It's like a gravelator.
Yes, some little tiny spiders just levitate you up the wall.
Yeah.
But another set of spiders drowned, and it was very sad.
I'm
Oh, no,
really
you
not
don't.
sure it's my fault that you couldn't manage to climb up that rope.
I believe it was. And let's leave it there. No, maybe it wasn't. Okay, fine. I'm just irritated that you made it up and it took me 2 tries.
Look, we've all ended up in the same place eventually.
That is
You can use different
a
methods
wise
to get
word
to the
from you.
same. I'm sorry?
Oh no, I meant that sincerely. I'm sorry.
No, I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
That is a wise word from you. I'll take that on board.
Yep, I see how that could have been taken as sarcasm.
Yeah. Apologies.
When you mentioned about the spiders that drowned in the waterfall, just made me think of. Did you know there's diving bell spiders that create a bubble of water that they can survive inside, which is just incredibly cool.
Did you know that the spiders you find in your bathtub don't come up out of the drain?
Where
They
did they
fall
come
into
from?
the bathtub and they wander around your house. Because they're usually horny males looking for a female, and they just fall into the bathtub, and the sides are too slippery and for them to get out.
Yeah,
But they don't come out of
I
the drain
didn't know
usually.
that.
I'm very
Those
surprised.
both sound
that-
like science facts, so you can both take your die of inspiration.
Nice.
I was also going to add. I think it. Again, this is half remembered. Was it they recently decided that horseshoe crabs were related to spiders as well? As a
That I don't know.
Yeah, they're arachnids, aren't they? So you have spiders, and then
Yeah,
you have
'cause
the everything else spids.
Mm.
I'm a
I
scientist.
think because they kept on the.
They are not arachnids. They are
Oh.
most closely related to arachnids.
What
Never mind
horseshoe
then.
crab?
Yeah, they are chelicerates. So they are the same subphylum as arachnids, but they are not arachnids.
I didn't think.
Taxonomy
Yeah, I
is
thought it was,
confusing. Yes, but they are
It's
not
fun.
crabs. Not crabs is the important thing, I think.
but half the things that are crabs aren't crabs.
Yes.
Everything's a crab.
well, evolution,
Arachnids
like,
include
tries to become
scorpions,
crabs, isn't it?
ticks, mites, pseudoscorpions, harvestmen, camel spiders, swift spiders, and vinegaroons. That's a word.
They're really
You were saying about them like falling into bats and not being able to get out is what I really disappointed. There's never been a Spider-Man villain that's done that. Just like trap Peter Parker inside like a giant bathtub.
just a lot of enamel.
I mean, just Hydro Man just hasn't been playing to his strengths there.
Okay, folks, as you are standing at the top of the waterfall pondering the sad, sad deaths of the spiders, because sadly these were not the type that could make their own little bubble. Unfortunately, because you were looking down the waterfall rather than up ahead on the path, you do not see that a halfling has approached you. He is dressed in sort of a tunic made of looks like some sort of like maybe deer skin that he stitched together himself. He's got a jaunty little hat, and he says, well, this is who they sent to fight people like me. Excellent, I should have no problem defeating you. I need you all to roll initiative, and let's try this roll 20 map thing.
Ooh. I'm gonna use my tiny dice.
Pew! Nat 20, baby!
Nice.
Oh, I thought I had repopulated the turn order, and no, it's not populated. Fine, roll 20, fine. Sorry, a lot of playing D&D with me in a battle is me cursing at roll 20. I apologize in advance.
No worries.
That is absolutely fine.
I'm just trying to get the initiative order up. That's all I'm doing at the moment. Come on, initiative. There we go. Okay.
Well, so waiting, we've got a couple of questions in the chat about how deep can diving bell spiders dive? I'd imagine it wouldn't be all that deep. I feel like pressure wouldn't do so well on a spider. But that's complete guess. I would have to go and look it up.
Now, I'm going to check something here because
I'm looking it up, Sam.
Okay, so to explain what's going on with the map, which I'm hoping you can see. Okay, so your characters should be labeled. You should be able to see the initiative order. The river is the blue thing. The white things are rocks. Behind you is a waterfall. If you want to go down the waterfall, you can, but there's no map for that. The dark gray things are cliffs that are climbable, but very hard to climb. Misery, how long does spider climb last?
1 hour, but with concentration.
Okay.
So
Cool. Well, you have it up. You can, for now at least, you can climb. I'll put a concentration marker up. Great. The gray sort of spray paint between the path, which is the light gray, and the water is where there's like a drop between you and the water, which again you could kind of like cling to, but you might fall in the water. The green and yellow things are plants, so these are rhododendron bushes and bamboo. This token here is the halfling gentleman who is yelling at you.
Gentleman?
Dude,
he's got a jaunty hat.
He's not
That's true. I forgot about that. Wikipedia is not telling me how deep diving bell spiders can dive, but it is telling me that the males and females both build bells, and then the male will build a little tunnel that goes to the females, and then they mate inside the female's bell, and that's where she raises her offspring. So that's pretty cool. But they're probably not too far below the surface, like Sam said. Don't know.
There's at least one species in the UK, and I think it's just in ponds usually.
Oh, that's cool.
There's also sea spiders, which aren't actually spiders.
Yes. They're more like
Weird little.
No, what were we just talking about? It horseshoe crabs.
Yeah. Okay, start yelling initiative numbers at me, folks.
10.
10 for Dr. Turnip. Yep.
20
11.
for Misery.
20 for Misery. Did you say 13 for Katanga?
11.
11. Okay. And Akali?
17.
17. Okay, cool. Yeah, so far there's this guy, he looks super threatening. He said some threatening stuff. You guys can rearrange where you are on the map if you want. What do you guys want to do? Misery, you're up first.
I'm just checking how far away I am. Because can I move and then cantrip him?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just going to move 5 feet to get in range. And then
Great.
I cast Infestation, inspired by the spiders that I've just emitted all over the waterfall. I'm causing a cloud of mites, fleas, and other parasites that appear momentarily on the halfling. He must then take a Constitution saving throw or
Great.
take
He rolled a
1d6
14.
poison damage. Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, sorry.
I think
Low
yeah,
levels.
yeah. He rolled 14.
Yeah, so
it's a
you
13,
throw this like
not
infestation of spiders at him, and he just kind of brushes them off. He's been living in the woods for a while, or the forest. He doesn't care. Do you want to take a bonus action?
Not yet. I think I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with me today? So yeah.
Fair enough. Bonus
I'll
action,
pause
what
there.
the fuck? And Collie, what are
Yeah.
you doing?
Okay, so I am going to draw my chakram out, and then I'm going to sprint over to him.
Yep.
Which I should be able to do with my movement speed.
Yep.
And then I am going to hit him with my chakram.
Great.
But this is not a good rolling surface. Okay, that misses. I'm going to assume if it's more than
what do you roll?
9.
A 9 does not hit, yeah.
That doesn't hit many things. And then let's do. So just. Cool. Let's do. An unarmed strike.
Cool.
Nat 20. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yay!
And so that is. Let's roll it on here. So that is 8 damage.
Great, you just clock him in the nose.
Yeah. Let's throw a. Do we have stunning strike?
I don't think you do at this level.
Okay, in that case, I do not throw a stunning strike on it. That's fine.
Anything else?
Yep, that's it.
Cool. Katanga.
Katanga does not enjoy like fighting, and is not happy to be involved, but has seen that Misery has like leapt into action without thinking twice about it. So is going to realize like, well, perhaps like this is the only way forward. So I'm gonna
Come at me, genasi, come on!
I'm also going to run up, and I am going to take. Whoa, what am I going to do? I'm going to take a swing with my quarterstaff.
Cool.
So we're going to draw this from behind my back, and that is going to be a 23 to hit,
Yes, very much so.
and that is going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
7 points of bludgeoning damage. Yep.
And so, like, I'm really look. I'm really sorry, but like, we have had a weird start to this day. Why are you screaming at us all of a sudden, and then just gonna smack him across the face with it? Just to.
Because it's finally time for us to take back our own. Cool. Is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, nothing else for now.
Cool. Dr. Turnip.
Okay. Dr. Turnip is going to fly up into the air in order to get the halfling in her sight. And as she's flying, she's gonna take out from the holster under her jacket. She's gonna take out her gun, and she's gonna take aim and try to shoot the stranger.
Cool.
Who is yelling about like wanting to eat them or something.
Or something, yeah.
Or something. It will 15 hit.
15 hits.
Nice. Where is my D10? And that will be 9 points of piercing damage. And the rest of you just hear this really quite loud bang as something small whizzes through the air past Katanga and Ankali's heads, and just embeds itself in this stranger.
Yeah, and you guys have never seen a gun before. Like guns, like educated people have heard of guns, but they are the fancy elite of the Eastern Empire have guns, and no one else does.
Yeah.
Okay, is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn. Yes.
Okay, great. It is now this halfling dude's turn, and he continues his strange villain speech and says, "I have brought some high-altitude friends, and we shall eat you," as the fairy said. And he seems to be summoning some creatures out of the ground. So now we do a brief cursing of D&D Beyond while I move things to the token layer.
I just want to say, yes, Hogan, someone did give me a gun. It was mostly me, but Catherine said I could have it, so take it up with Catherine, I guess.
Yep, we can blame me if it all goes terribly wrong. Okay, so there are 4 critters that he seems to summon. So the first is a lovely large cat with just this luxurious, thick white fur and these black spots. And its eyes are vacant. There are no eyeballs, no nothing. It's just like empty skull eyes. And when it opens, its teeth seem to be like ghostly and magical. It doesn't seem to have like a jaw. The second creature is a small bird, sort of pheasant-sized, decked out in the colors of the rainbow. It's got a black front, but then like a really sparkly teal head going to red, and then going to yellow, and then going to blue, and then going to purple, and then an orange tail. And its legs are just kind of like gray and dripping, sort of this rotting necrotic stuff. And again, its eyes don't exist. And it just like lowers its head and starts running at you. The third creature is a primate of some sort, a monkey with this like snub nose and these like eyes with these like gray shadows beneath it, and it's got kind of a bluish tinge to its face, and then this bright orange head going to sort of a like duller kind of brown behind it. And then finally the fourth thing is a swarm. It's a swarm of tiny little birds, all of whom have sort of black masks, black beard, orange on the head, orange on the shoulders, white breast, and black on the back. And this swarm is also just like stops like sort of like murmurationing, and then just all sort of point their little beaks towards you. And again, vacant eyes, sort of beaks kind of dripping with like undead necrotic energy. And now I have to put all 4 of them into the initiative order. I am really, really sorry.
Anyone's got some fun facts about snow leopards?
I mean, I don't have like a scientific fact, but my personal nickname for the Himalayan mole, which is the pheasant, is the disco chicken.
It is a disco chicken. Which is actually my nickname for the mantis shrimp is the rave shrimp. So,
So one of the things I really enjoy about snow leopards is that they've got quite a wide but short nasal passage, which allows them to very quickly heat up cold air as they breathe it in, so that they don't cause themselves damage when they're breathing, so it doesn't impact their airways and their lungs. Feeling very conflicted about this one though. They doesn't have any eyes,
pretty sure we would go to prison if this was real life and we killed a snow leopard.
Yeah, please don't kill CITES protected species.
Unless if a snow leopard with no eyes attacks you, I think you're allowed to kill it. Because that's some kind of demon.
I mean, this is just another example of a colonialist coming in and shooting endangered species.
Hey! You're telling me halflings are endangered species?
No.
Because that's the only thing I've shot so far.
Oh Lord.
Well, anyway, it is the golden snub-nosed monkey's turn, and it's going to run up to Ankali and try to punch Ankali. It's an 18 to hit, and that's 4 points of bludgeoning damage.
That's, I don't take 18.
Oh,
I've got
sorry, you don't
19.
take 18. Sorry, that is my fault. Well, it gets 2 attacks, and it fails the second one. You are a very good monk. Cool. So yeah, the monkey just kind of like beats at your legs just like ineffectually. Misery, it's now your turn. There's like an entire menagerie attacking your friends.
Okay, so I look at the halfling and use charm person and just say, call them off and tell us what the hell you're up to.
Amazing. Is that some kind of saving throw?
Yeah. Wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving
Are we
throw.
fighting the halfling right now? Yeah, so
Yes,
I think
does
he
he get
has advantage. Yeah, because
Cool.
we're fighting him.
Okay. What is this buddy's wisdom? Oh, he has a +2 to
13.
wisdom. Go
Yes.
him. Yeah, with
Oh.
advantage, he rolls a 17. I'm sorry.
Ah, this dude!
Sorry. And charmed person is
Sorry.
one spell, right?
I first level. I was
Yeah.
first
Roll a
level.
D100 and a D10, please.
Oh my god! Alright, D100 is 95! It probably means nothing. D10 is a 4!
A
Oh my
4.
God.
Okay. That's exciting. Your charisma score goes up by 1. So,
Boom!
Nice.
so your charisma is 17. Now it's 18.
Permanently?
Like that.
For the next 30 days, or until someone
Oh.
hits you with a remove curse spell.
Nice.
Amazing.
That's pretty sweet.
A remove
Oh,
curse, though.
I
That there
love
might be a caveat to this at
If
some
anyone
point.
tries to remove my curse, I will kill them.
Yeah, so you guys see Misery just become slightly hotter.
I'm cursed with hotness.
Okay. Anything else,
I
Misery?
picture that like in cartoons when like a character's waist just gets thinner and their boobs get bigger. I imagine that's just what
Boing.
Yeah, her hair looks great. Her makeup is perfect. Yeah. Sorry, anything else?
No, nothing else from me.
Cool. The Himalayan Monol is going to run also up to Ankali. Sorry, Ankali. And is going to try to peck at you. I rolled a 24. It does 1 point of slashing damage.
Oh shit.
Peck. Oh, hang on. Plus 1d4 necrotic. I can read. Sorry, does 1 point of slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic damage. There we go.
Okay.
That's its turn. Ankali, your turn.
Okay.
The halfling, by the way, looks incredibly injured and is looking kind of panicked about this. Maybe like he bit off more
Does
than he can chew.
Does he look like he's undead himself?
No. He's got some kind of like necklace around his neck that if you want to make a quick religion check, you could try to figure out something about it.
Would that be my action or?
No, you can just glance at it.
Okay, let's have a look at
Free
do I have
action.
religion. I only have +1 religion, but you never know. No, 8.
No, he's wearing a necklace. It looks cool. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm going to slash at him with my chakram again.
Cool.
I think that should hit. Sorry, I'm having to use my phone today. So that is 25 to hit.
Yes.
And that is 7 points of slashing damage.
With that, the druid falls. The druid is
Oh, wait.
gone, is dead.
But the creatures remain.
Yeah, the creatures are like still milling about, but whereas they were all like in attack mode, they're now in kind of like confused mode.
Okay, can I hold my bonus action? Can I do that? Is that a thing?
Not rules is written. No, sorry.
No, okay, that's fine. I will just Like, without their master, they do not seem quite so aggressive. And then I'll let that head on to the next turn.
Cool. Yeah, so the swarm of black-throated bush tits will swarm Katanga now, but like aren't attacking. They just seem confused, and they're kind of like picking at your bag, like seem to be trying to get into it, like pecking at the clothes that you have, but aren't attacking. And similarly, the rest of the animals seem like they're going to interact with you, but they don't seem aggressive. Do you guys want to stay in initiative order, or do you want to like get out of combat?
Katanga does not want to fight these animals.
If it looks like the immediate threat is gone, Turnip's not that worried about these animals necessarily. If they're not attacking.
Cool. Then we are out of combat, but there are 3 and then a swarm of clearly undead creatures just kind of like trying to interact with you. Okay. What are you guys doing?
What were the birds called?
They are black-throated bush tits.
I'd like to go up and like investigate. I'd probably go investigate the bush tits because they're the least likely that I fit in their mouth.
Sure, yeah, make an investigation check. Or animal handling if that's for some reason higher.
Investigation's higher.
Cool.
We'll do that.
And then Dr. Turnip was eaten by a pheasant.
That's a 19.
They are up close they are clearly undead. They like smell rotten. They're confused, don't seem to be that intelligent. They're real cute though. Real fluffy.
And does it look like they will just remain undead as they are, or would they like? Can I tell? Like,
they don't seem to be fading or anything. Yeah. Like they seem to have been recently raised from the dead, and you reckon that the halfling was the guy who did it, but they didn't die with him.
He had some sort of artifact that was allowing him to do this. Definitely not the necklace, though. I know.
Can Katanga like take a lemon out of his bag and throw it towards the edge of the waterfall to see if the bush tits go with it?
Sure, that sounds like an animal handling check.
Right.
We have established that undead in this place is vegetable, so
that is an 18.
Okay, with an 18, the bush tits seem a little confused, but the snow leopard is like all about it, and like almost like a dog wanting to play fetch is like, and goes scampering after the lemon that you throw.
You threw it over the waterfall?
I said towards the edge of the waterfall. Okay. I don't know how far it went.
I misheard you. I'm just picturing a snow leopard plummeting down.
For the rest of this campaign, Katanga would just be in like a depressed mode after doing that. Okay.
The snow leopard, I mean, since you in fact did not say over the edge of the waterfall, the snow leopard catches the lemon and brings it back to you. The lemon has gotten like necrotic. Oh no.
You're gonna make the chat want us to take the undead animals with us the whole time.
Sorry.
They're already saying it. If you make the undead snow leopard play fetch, they're gonna start naming it.
Well,
the lemon has gone like completely black and is just like rotten to the core and in its mouth.
Oh.
Can I investigate the halfling?
Sure. Roll an investigation check.
That seems like a sensible thing to do.
Does anyone want to help me with that?
I mean, I would probably be looking if I could make an Arcana check of the halfling to see if I can tell anything about like his magic or if there's anything particular that's fueling the magic that's keeping these animals undead.
Yeah, absolutely. That sounds like an Arcana check.
Cool. Oh, that was caught. That is going to be a 17 on my Arcana. What was your investigation, Alex? We can maybe together figure things out.
Yeah.
Okay, so Alex, oh god, that's not your name. Ankali. Ankali was planning going to search the body, but then got distracted by this necklace. And this necklace, it's a real cool necklace. It's made out of some sort of like ivory almost. I'm like, where would you get ivory around here? Must have like imported it from somewhere in the Southern Empire. And just get totally distracted and derailed from like investigating the rest of the halfling. However, Dr. Turnip comes over and is like, oh, what you're looking at. And Dr. Turnip recognizes that this necklace is magical and is in fact probably the thing that is powering the undead critters. The druid, this halfling's a druid. There we go. Also has a staff that seems to be magical as well.
Okay.
Dagmar,
I will take.
If you kill the snow leopard for the second time, the chat is not going to be happy.
What do you mean the second time?
Well, it's undead, so.
Oh, right. I thought you were saying I'd already killed it.
It already has a name. It's called
No,
Meowsif.
I would probably, if I can recognize the staff as being somewhat druidic in nature, I will turn to Katanga, who I assume is still nearby, and just go, this seems like you might get the most use out of it, if you want it. I'm not entirely sure what it does. Not really my area, but I'm not going to use it.
I mean, I guess. Yeah, I'll take it and have a look and see if I know much about it.
And this necklace seems to be controlling all these animals, which we might be able to put them to rest. I don't know how polite it would be to leave them wandering around.
I feel like
Well, there's someone saying jewelry. I'll take that.
Oh, you yoink the necklace, and just like break like the leather thong around the halfling's neck. And as you break the leather thong, the animals all fade down and like slowly dissolve just into bones.
It wasn't me, people. It wasn't me.
I was
But
picturing it's like a
everybody
Princess
loves
Mononoke,
bones.
like they were necrotic because you shot them, and the.
Oh.
Because you guys don't have anyone who can cast Identify with you, I will be very nice and forgiving in identifying objects. So yeah, Katanga, you take a look at the staff, and it's a +1 quarterstaff. So like yours, but not as good.
Yeah. This
you don't
looks
want
fine,
it-
but I don't really want it.
Oh, I mean, I can stick it in my bag, and we can just hold on to it for now.
I'm going to throw it in the river.
Okay, a +1 quarterstaff. Whoop, goes
If
down the
he's
waterfall.
gonna throw it in the river, I think Turnip would try to get it before it fell.
Great, dexterity saving throw.
Because that just seems wasteful to me.
Well, you didn't want it. You said you didn't want it. I'm not going to give you it back. No.
That's it's only a 9, so probably not.
Yeah, the current you're at the top of a waterfall, guys. The current is very strong. That staff is gone. That staff is over the waterfall.
Someone else will make good use of it. Fine.
It's just not particularly safe to just throw magic items into
I mean,
the
it's-
river.
Perhaps I could have made use for that also.
And perhaps Ankali could have used it. I only handed it to you because you have a similar object, Katanga. That was really
I think it's a bit rich to be talking about what it is and what it isn't safe to do when you use that thing against that halfling.
You didn't see me use anything. You wouldn't have been looking my direction.
Yeah, but you're from the east, and only people from the east have that.
No, if I threw it in the river, it would be irresponsible of me. I know how to use it. I'm not going to give it to one of you because you'd hurt yourself. In the same way that you shouldn't throw weapons into the river just because you can't use them.
I could use it.
No,
No,
you-
Katanga is right. When life gives you a druid staff, throw it
You
in the
offer it
waterfall.
to everyone
I've been
else
saying
before
that
you
for
throw it
years.
in the river.
What is that thing that you have that make the clouds go bang bang and then, injures severely?
It's a pistol. We some people in the East use them. It's like a bow, but entirely made of metal, and it fires things that are a little bit like ball bearings, using a slightly explosive powder.
Where'd you get the
Can
powder
I-
from?
I carry it with me.
Sorry, and Collie,
Noted.
you were saying something?
It's like, what are your bullets made out of?
What are bullets made out of, guys? I have no idea.
Well, are
They're not
they
made out of-
Yeah,
They're probably be lead, right? Yeah.
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 It's like
Hogan, you're in the chat. You tell us, because I know that you. Yep, lead.
I
There we
don't
go.
know. It's a pistol. Matt Mercer designed it. Take it up with him, Chris.
well, in that case, it's like. In that case, I think we ought to be responsible, and I sort of just reach into the wound and pull out the lead shot.
Yeah. I'll put it in my bag. Thank you.
It's like this could be a hazard to the living things of the valley, and we don't want to leave any harm.
No, I think that's very sensible.
That's
I
very
also feel
clever.
it's sensible not to use it again.
Well, I think it's sensible not to throw perfectly good weapons in the river, but you don't seem to listen to me either, now do you?
Somewhere downriver, a beaver monk is making the best damn.
And on that pun question mark, I think this is a good time for a break.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, a thing that I have the power to declare. So
Yes, it is. Just so people know, they actually did a study on testing Olympic rifle people and Olympic archers, and the Olympic rifle people, whatever you call them, have a significantly higher percentage of lead in their bodies. So there is possibly an actual correlation between gun violence and aggression, because lead poisoning can increase aggression in people.
also, lead shot is just like incredibly bad for vultures because
It
they
is,
eat
yes.
dead things and then they die, and
Yes,
then that
yes,
screws up
yes.
the economy a lot, and everyone gets rabies, and it's terrible. So
Yes. Yeah. All right. How long's our break, Catherine?
back at 8:45. Does that work for everyone?
Yep, back at 8:45. We'll see everyone here very
Amazing.
shortly.
Perfect.
almost had it perfect. The video decided it wanted to loop.
I think
But look, we're all in the right places.
Yes, that's still going to be your first firing of the
Yeah.
campaign. You can keep tracking the chats if you want to know how often Sam's going to get fired in the coming weeks.
You need to release the bingo cards.
We should
Bingo?
release the bingo cards. You're right. We have a science and
bingo.
sorcery bingo. I'll dig those out, Alex. I think I have them somewhere.
Obviously, some bingo card
Catherine.
is definitely square.
Yeah, that is the central score. Catherine, back to you.
Yeah, folks. So you have climbed a waterfall. You have defeated a guy raving about how he wants to like take back the valley with undead creatures or something. There are many bones in front of you, and there's a +1 quarterstaff somewhere down the river, long gone. You guys gonna press on, or are you gonna do something more here?
Can I
inspect the
hold-
bones? Oh, sorry.
Yeah, you can take a look at the bones. They are just bones. They are anatomically correct for the critters that you thought they were. They're bones.
Is that like
Cool.
weird pumpkin bones or something like you see in Halloween? Boned pumpkin.
Crab, spider bones.
What if we meet another boneless ghost?
I would like to take the disco chicken skull. I'm just going to hold on to that.
Okay, you have a disco chicken skull.
Perfect.
I'm so happy.
By the way,
that's
inspiration
fucking
count. I think all 4 of you have inspiration dice at the moment. So.
Okay.
I use mine.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Yay.
Sorry, I didn't say I used it on the investigation check earlier.
Cool.
Cool. So yeah, so Katenga is down 1 lemon, but up 1 bird skull.
And I'm hotter.
Doesn't have a quarterstaff.
Yes, and misery is noticeably hotter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you
Okay.
hand back the bullets to Dr. Turnip, Ankali?
Yes.
Yeah, cool. I'll just keep the spent bullets in like a different compartment of the bag.
Yeah, the bullet's kind of bloody with halfling blood.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm wearing gloves.
Okay, so the path continues on. It was just to the waterfall bit that was destroyed. You can keep walking if you want.
I mean,
Or-
no, I'll fly, but yes, we'll keep going.
Fair enough. Another bingo square. How many times is Catherine going to forget that one of her players can fly?
That's fine. I just like saying it because it's exciting to me.
Yes. If you will head on, I'm just going to perform a few rites over the body, and then I'll catch up with you quickly.
Would you
That's
like
nice.
us to wait, or would you prefer to do this in private?
Oh no, I can catch up. Monk training
Alright,
and
very
all that.
Perfect.
Okay, so the 3 of you continue ahead, and Ankali stays behind.
Okay.
Ankali, what are you doing?
So, I take the body aside, just out of view of the path, and I sit down and I pray next to it, and I sort of pray to all the gods, and just like, I am sorry for what I'm about to do, and I wish that it will no longer be necessary. And then I take a knife out of my bag and I'm carefully cut down the legs, and I take out the bones of the legs, and then I break them, and you see me sort of transforming, like sort of like tusks come out of my features, and a third eye sort of emerges in my forehead, and then I just ravenously devour the bone marrow out of these bones. And I then sort of sit there in silence from it, just forgive me. And then I clean myself up carefully, just wash myself down, make sure there's no sign of it, and then catch up with the rest of them.
Yeah,
Ooh.
no
Just
problem at
wanna
all.
I just want to check with the viewers. I'm still the bad guy? Not the one desecrating a corpse?
Corpse is a corpse. Okay. Glad someone got something out of it.
You don't know.
Yeah,
that.
I mean, the path was lined with bamboo and with rhododendron, so and Kali was completely hidden from view. Cleaned herself up in the river. The river is refreshingly cool because it's a hot and humid day. Yeah, catch up with the rest of the group.
Okay, just to clarify to the chat, I didn't kill the leopard. That wasn't me.
I didn't mean to. I just wanted the necklace. Who amongst us has not accidentally re-killed the undead for want of jewellery and fineries and the finer things in life? I'm worth more.
Oh man, this party is a mess.
As we're walking
by the way,
along-
it's a really cool dragon and kind of like the East Asian style, sort of like long, thin, skinny dragon, with a little ruby for an eye, made out of some kind of ivory. It's a necklace. Sorry, Katanka.
As we're walking along and we've got these kind of rhododendrons on either side, can I take a go at casting Druidcraft?
Yeah, absolutely. That's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
What are you
And
doing?
what I'd like to happen is for the thing that I know that they're not the greatest, but I love looking at rhododendrons. This is Sam talking, but Katanga would also love that. So it's just gonna, like, with Druidcraft, hopefully watch as a rhododendron bush burst into bloom.
Absolutely. There's some flowers a bit that were past its peak because this is summertime, but they just go into sort of full springtime bloom in all sorts of colors of your choice as you walk by.
The reason
to
we see so
answer
many...
Hogan's question in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, do you want to go first? Or?
I was going to say something about rhododendrons.
Oh, you go first because then we're keeping
Okay.
in order.
The reason we see so many rhododendrons in the UK is because the Victorians really like them, so they brought them over to their own gardens, and like what are they called, botanical gardens and stuff, and then they got loose, and now they're everywhere, but they are not native to the UK.
And as it flowers, Katanga is going to turn towards Dr. Turnip. Is like, don't put any of these in your bag of holding.
I
Don't
wasn't
take them
planning
home
on
with
it.
you. It would be a bad idea.
I wasn't planning on it. Plants aren't really my area. I think they're better do things with them.
Good.
Sorry, and Kali, were you going to say something?
Yeah, well, Alex was going to say something. Yeah, to answer Hogan's question about eating bones and bone marrow, like bearded vulture are the most famous example because they will literally like drop the bones to shatter to get inside to the marrow, and as mentioned, hyenas. Well, not all of them. Aardwolves don't because they're tiny fox things that eat termites. But the other three are, yeah, can digest bone with their and break it with their jaws. Not sure about brown actually. I would think so though. I'll have to double check.
I think
Okay, great. So,
another
sorry, go ahead.
another science fact quickly. Bones is where the blood comes from, or with blood cells, lots of blood cells made in the bones. And yeah, that's why if you like are making a stock and it has bones in it, lots of the nutrition comes from the bone marrow, all of that. Bones, everyone loves eating bones, even us humans. Some of us who, the bone eating
Totally
ones.
normal people who grow tusks and just eat bones. Totally
Yeah,
standard.
and the human monks.
Definitely a human, 100%.
And it's why bone marrow transplants are a potential cure for leukemia, which is cancer of the blood, because it gives you healthy bone marrow to make healthy blood cells. Anyways, Catherine, back to you.
Yes. So with everyone's inspiration restored for thinking about science, and Kali catches up to the group, no problem, because of super monk speed, and you carry on. It's several hours hike, starting to increase in elevation up the gorge. When so this will be what, like, I don't know, like 1 p.m. or so. And you, who is leading the group? Who's in front?
I feel like I would be just enjoying the flowers and wandering ahead.
Great. So Katenka, very happy to be in this sort of beautiful scenery, runs smack dab into an invisible barrier along the path.
Cool.
That sounds magical.
Yeah, I don't think we can go any further, folks.
Yep, you all sort of put your hands out, and if Dr. Trudham wants to like fly out and check or fly up, there's a completely transparent, can't tell it's there, but if you can feel it, you cannot get through it, barrier. And you realize that there is a path to the right, sort of going up into the gorge. The cliffs aren't as steep here, and you can sort of climb up.
Can I just
Can I make an arcana? Go ahead.
Dust or something? And I just want to like be sort of like periodically sort of throwing it against where I think the barrier is to see if there's any kind of like undulations in it or anything.
So you're throwing dust at the barrier to... What are you checking for?
So kind of... Basically, I want to kind of see what the curvature of it's like. To kind of get us if there is any.
Oh, sure. Yeah, make an investigation check.
Dokie, let's have a look. Okay, that dice is banned. That's the third 3 it's rolled. So. And tiger's eye dice.
Yeah, so with a 3 or 3+ stuff, there's no discernible curvature. You can't really tell what's going on, but just barrier cannot get through. Does not seem to react to the dust.
Can I make an arcana check of this barrier?
What do you want to know about it?
Just if I've ever encountered anything like it before, if I would know like what might be causing it.
Yeah, that sounds like either history or arcana. Your choice.
Yeah. Well, a same modifier. So. That is a 21.
21. Well, with a 21, I mean, you've heard talk about like barriers, right, in the Lumba Valley. Like there's been barriers of magic, so magic couldn't get through. Maybe this is somehow a modified barrier that's not letting you folks go because you're vaguely magical, or maybe it's some sort of corruption of the barrier. Why it would be here, you don't know, because it was supposed to surround the Lumba Valley, and you're like as close to the center of the Lumba Valley as you can get at the moment. But yeah, it's not like ringing any sort of historical bells. Otherwise, yeah.
Yep, that's fine. Cool.
But again, I remind you, there's a path to the right.
Yes.
Following the path, then I guess.
I suppose so.
Yeah.
Cool. So you start climbing very, very steeply. While the path so far today has been a pretty gentle uphill, this is like straight up into the bamboo forest. And you have to sort of climb. Well, those of you who can't fly, have to sort of sometimes hold on to the greenery around you to keep your balance. Well, maybe not the monk. The monk's good at this. But after maybe sort of 5-10 minutes, you come across a temple kind of perched on a rock partway up the gorge. It's a... I can tell you the dimensions of it exactly, whatever. It's like about 30 feet across either side, a sort of open, nice roof, decked out in sort of red and gold, completely open walls, 4 pillars. There's an altar in the middle, and the altar doesn't seem to have anything on it. And there's steps leading up on the south side.
And this is presumably not the Temple of the Merah.
This is nowhere even remotely matching the description of the Temple of Merah.
Yeah.
How far away are we from it? From the altar, specifically?
I mean, you can get as close as you want. Let me actually pull up my diagram of this so I can tell you things. The altar, if you want to sort of like creep around to the back, the altar is... only like sort of 7 feet from the back wall.
Okay.
Sorry, I have your icons at the moment in the temple. You obviously aren't in the temple, but yeah.
No, that's fine. I'd
Are there any
like to approach the temple. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
I was just going to say, is there any kind of like writing or anything anywhere?
You can make a perception check.
Okay, no, not that dice, we decided. That wasn't much better. 7 plus
no.
whatever my perception is. Sorry, I'm having to deal with my phone today for those at home. So 12 in total, so not terrible. But
Okay. Yeah, there's no writing per se, but there's quite a lot of iconography. It seems to be pretty nature-based. You see some nice sort of carvings of like cranes, and you see some carvings of what look to be like the Merah, various other like plants. You see some clear rhododendron bushes, like Katenga has been playing with all day. Very reminiscent of the iconography you've seen around town when you've come in for groceries and so forth for the past 6 months. Nothing that's identifying it as being part of a specific god, though.
I relay that to the others.
Good to know. I'd like to approach the temple and cast Detect Magic.
Great.
So I would like to be within range of the altar.
Yes. Detect Magic is a
As
level
far
spell.
back. Yeah, it is. Here we go.
Roll your D100 and your D10, please.
Okay. D100, 28, and D10, a 9.
Oh, well, we're going with this. Okay. Nothing immediately happens, but you feel your hands kind of tingle a bit. And yeah, so you have Detect Magic up now. There is the altar seems to have some sort of like the carving below it. It seems to be a door that's like partially ajar, and you see a glint of magic inside the altar. It's interesting. It looks like an open temple, right? It looks like it's like just like air. But along where there would be walls on the east, west, and north side, you see just like a glimmer of magic. There's not an official school, it's just magic.
Yeah.
When I see she's casting that, I step back out of range of that spell. Is it 30 foot? The magic?
Yeah, it is 30 foot around me.
Yeah, just casually step back out of that range.
Yeah, sorry. Conjuration magic is what the walls are sort of glimmering very faintly as.
Okay. So I'll say I think someone's put up this barrier, which I guess, but now my hands are tingling. You're welcome.
Can I check to see if there's any tracks of anyone who might have been here recently?
Sure, make a survival check.
That's 19.
19. Yeah, there are absolutely some recent tracks. It rained yesterday, so it washed most of it away. But you can see under the roof, which would have been protected from the rain, there's some like mud prints. Look to be some that are humanoid, sort of like a medium creature, kind of on the large end, and some that seem to be some sort of animal print. Oh man, even with a 19, it's real hard to tell, but like large animal print, kind of round, not hooves, like a paw print.
Okay, I'll relay that to everyone else.
Potentially, but it's very hard to tell. It's just like a streak of mud, and you're like, paw print.
Is there any sign of a tail in those prints?
Oh, roll another investigation check.
Which is the less cursed dice. So I'm going to do it on D&D Beyond. Maybe digital dice won't betray me.
You've got advantage on a roll as well, Alex. From Psychon.
Well, that was 17. That'll do.
With the 17, yeah, you are looking for any other signs of what kind of animal this might be, sort of like tail prints or like little bits of fur. You look very carefully. You don't see anything resembling a tail. You do see a little bit of fur that you pick up. It's white, and it does not seem to be snow leopard.
Creature here.
How can you can't just call people a level 20 lesbian? What's happening in the chat? paying people.
If people donate £500 to the charity, we will make the lesbian class.
Incredible. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I think,
Hogan might do it, Alex.
I know, that's why I said it. They get natural proficiency in Subarus.
Okay, Misery's hands are tingling. There is magic along the air. It's weird. And there's something magical under the altar. What are we doing, folks?
Turnip will fly up, not touching the ground at all, and we'll go and have a look nearer the altar.
Okay, so Turnip
I'd
flies
like to, if possible,
into the
keep
temple.
an eye out for traps, if possible. This isn't my first temple.
Sure, we will get there in a sec. So you are the first to actually enter the temple, because no one else has called it yet. And in the temple, you look around, and it looks like clear air from the outside, but from the inside, there are mirrors. So the south wall is still appears to be open air, but the east, west, and north wall are completely mirrors. So you look in, you see yourself on all three mirrors, you see the altar on all three mirrors, but the altar in the mirrors has an object on it, some kind of like holy symbol that the altar in front of you does not.
Do I recognize the symbol? Can I make a religion check?
Yeah.
14?
14? You don't recognize it specifically, but it seems very thematically related to the religious iconography that you've been seeing around the town in your 12 hours that you were there or whatever. But yeah.
Wasn't there, but I did some research before I showed up, Catherine.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Okay.
And and you want to look for traps. So yeah, you can make an investigation check. Cool. Or perception, if that's higher, if you just want to take a quick look around.
There'll be investigation. It'll be a 15.
Cool. So then you take a quick look around, looking for like tripwires or like, I don't know, magical whatever things. You don't see any obvious traps.
Big boulders that might roll down and chase me.
Yeah, you look the ceiling. The ceiling seems to be clear. No mirrors on the ceiling.
In which case, I'll go further to the altar and I'll call back. This place is filled with mirrors. There's some kind of object on the altar in the mirrors. Very strange.
I'm just looking in my bag, seeing if I can find anything cool to use.
So Misery, when you open up your bag to sort of rifle through it, your bag turns to gold. Made out of golden thread.
Wait, is that useful? Maybe. It's useful enough.
Oh no, we've King Midas her already.
Well, I'm pretty glad that I didn't use my level 20 lesbian skills in any other way. Because that could have caused a real issue. That's a hell of an STI.
On the plus side, you can now one-shot anything in the game with just touching it.
Is that permanent? Or
your fingers tingle less, but they're still tingling.
Ooh, okay. What else am I going to touch? I'm going to think about it.
Her bag is no longer useful, right?
Yeah, her bag is now metal. Like it's.
Oh wait, hold on. Can I still get the stuff out of my bag, or am I actually screwed?
Maybe just turn the bag upside down.
Yeah, the stuff inside your bag isn't gold anymore, but the bag is kind of useless.
I can't touch any of the stuff in the bag. I'm letting the bag sit at the side. That's sitting down. That's done for now.
Could I suggest you perhaps find the largest object that will fit in the bag of holding and use this power on that?
Well, should I take the pot on the altar? I'll wait until we come across a big boulder. That's not a trap.
A large boulder the size of a small boulder.
Yes. Would you like to look for a large boulder the size of a small boulder? Okay, make an investigation check.
Okay, investigation. 19.
19. Yeah, you go off into the bamboo forest, and no problem at all. You find a large boulder the size of a small boulder.
And I lift it above my head and I go, "Ah!"
It is now a
What?
golden large boulder the size of a small boulder.
Yeah. And then
and the tingling in your fingers fade.
that'll do. That'll do, pig. That'll do. Cool.
So you have an
And I
utterly
shout to
useless
the-
bag, but it is gold and a very large
Okay.
boulder of gold. Like,
Amazing. I shout, Dr. Turnip, I've got something for you.
Oh
That's
yeah,
it.
I'll be there in 1 second. I'm just having a look at this altar.
I thought you said ulcer. I was like, you're right.
Yeah, I found a guy with an ulcer. I'm actually from Doctors Without Borders.
okay, so you take a look at the altar. You sort of are you gonna like open the like doors to look at what's
Yes.
inside?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Great. Yeah. So you open the door. There's a little sort of hollow compartment inside, and you see. I am echoing. That's fascinating. You see that there's a like pitcher in there, just like an ordinary sort of like pewter pitcher, and a sort of like metal stick. And intriguingly, you take a look at your reflection, and your reflection is crouched. No, you're small. Your reflection is also by the like where the door would be, but your reflection has not opened the doors and is not rummaging inside.
What on earth? How strange. Okay, I'm gonna close the doors and just stand there the way my reflection was standing. What is my reflection doing?
Your reflection is mirroring you, and then your reflection winks.
Ooh.
Huh. Do any of you know anything about religion? Ankali, you perhaps?
Oh, could I do an Arcana check?
Do you want to bring your boulder into the?
Wait, so it is only about £2,000 of gold boulder. Wait, how much can Mage Hand carry? I already know it's not enough.
It's like 15.
Yeah, the chat is arguing with us about the weight of gold right now.
Oh Jesus! I mean, Mage Hand can carry 10 pounds.
A cubic foot
Okay,
of
so
gold
that's
would weigh
only
roughly
1990
2,000
left.
pounds, apparently.
Well, we can roll it maybe. Just roll it. into
Yeah,
the back.
yeah, okay. So yeah, you have about a cubic foot
Yeah.
of gold. Let's say that seems like a small boulder size. And yeah, if it indeed weighs 2,000 pounds, then yeah, you aren't lifting it. But you knew that was
Yeah.
going to happen, so you dropped it and did not injure
Oh
yourself.
yeah. I'm so
It is
smart.
not 2,000. It is only 1,188.6 pounds.
Okay.
Only.
The weight limit of bag of holding is I think 500 pounds.
Yeah, this isn't
Yep.
fitting in the bag of holding, y'all.
The-
I'll double check that, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's not gonna.
Yeah, I just checked. Bag of holding is limit is 500 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're going to spend this whole episode like breaking it into chunks that we can carry.
Busy.
Yeah.
I'm busy
You only need to
flirting with
break
my
it in half.
reflection and Kali.
Yeah, okay, so Misery is over, like, trying to figure out what to do with this boulder. Dr. Turnip is flirting with her reflection. Katenga and Ankali, what are you guys doing?
I've been watching the flowers still, and just starting to notice that this is all kind of. There's like a lot of gold has just appeared out of nowhere, which is making me really feel like these masterclasses are the way to go. Seems to bring with it gold. I think I might head on over towards the altar as well. Just walk over.
Yep, so as you enter the temple, your reflection also appears, and these mirrors see the same thing.
Does my reflection wink at me, or is that?
I mean, Dr. Turnip's reflection winked at her after she stared at it for a while. Would you like to stare at your reflection for a while?
Well, I'm pretty, so yeah.
Cool. So you're heading towards the altar, but get distracted by your own reflection. I mean, it's been a hard climb, so you're a little sweaty, but looking pretty good. And yeah, after a while, your reflection kind of pulls like a face, like a.
Don't like that. Does anybody else see these mirror looking back at you, but it's not you?
Yes, I'm slightly concerned by this.
Okay, I'm just going to say, fuck it with the guard. I'll be back for you later. And then I'll walk up to the mirror and kind of, like swing the hair over and be like, so, what's going on? Can the reflections talk? Have we explored this?
Yeah, you ask your mirror reflection what's going on. Your mirror reflection's mouth moves as you do. Interesting, your mirror is reflecting you as you were this morning and not you in your slightly more charismatic state.
Ugly bitch. Sorry. Okay, noted. So it's a time mirror. That's all I'm saying all this under my breath while other people are trying to figure out what's going on.
And Collie, what are you doing?
This is the real question.
Can I... So there's mirrors on 3 sides. Is there mirrors on the floor and ceiling as well?
Nope.
Okay. Can I... So, and there's artifacts on the mirror.
Yeah, so the altar in the mirror has something sitting on top of it, and the altar not in the mirror, Dr. Turnip went in, and there was stuff inside that the mirror Dr. Turnip didn't seem to be able to interact with.
Okay, can I see if I can, sort of locking my eyes on the artifact in the mirror, I try and, like, use my reflection to pick it up?
Yeah, are you picking up... Oh, you're trying to pick up the thing that's in the mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah, your reflection picks it up, no problem. You feel and see nothing on your end.
Okay.
What does Ankali's reflection look like?
Ankali's reflection looks like Ankali as you see her.
Okay, cool. Just checking.
Whilst this is happening, can I wild shape into a disco chicken? And attempt to pass the mirror test.
Don't do this to me, Sam.
So as wild shape, you keep all of your mental stats. So you pass the mirror test, no problem. Interestingly, it takes the mirror Katanga sort of a second to be able to wild shape, but is able to do so.
It is a time mirror.
Can I use my mirror self, and I walk towards the mirror self, and as if I was like passing it to myself through the mirror at the side?
Yep. So you reach out, still like miming holding the thing, and Mira and Kali is also holding the thing. You reach out. As soon as you touch the mirror, Zorp! You are somewhere else. I need everyone to roll initiative, please.
Oh no! We have to find mirror versions of ourselves. Natural 20!
Whilst we're sorting this, for anyone who doesn't know in the chat about the mirror test, it's an example used that Dagmar hates in order for animals to be tested for self-recognition.
It is.
If a disco chicken just passed it, it becomes only the second non-mammalian species to have done it.
Okay. I don't know because it's bullshit. I was at a conference this summer and there was a group of researchers who showed cleaner wrasse passing the mirror test. My argument with a lot of fish passing or not being able to pass the mirror test is, especially for archerfish who can't pass it, they live near the surface of the water in relatively still waters. So they see their own reflection quite frequently. So they might just not pay attention to it very much. If you constantly saw your own reflection, you'd probably kind of blank it out. But yeah, there's a lot of problems with the mirror test, and I'm not going to go into them because we'll be here all night. And also, I'm tired.
Yeah. Okay, guys, we have 40 minutes to do this fight. We got this. Yeah. So what happens
we did start a little bit late, Catherine. We can run a little past 10.
Okay, we have
If
45
you
minutes.
want.
Yeah.
Can I just ask quickly? Did we all get transport?
No. So what happened is, the red and yellow bit of the map is the real world as you guys perceive it. And what happened is when Ankali touched the mirror, the Ankalis switched. So Ankali, as you know her, is now in some shadowy dimension. The blues and the grays are shadowy, where there are alternate versions of yourself who look evil and scary. And in your oh, have I not? Okay, yes, you guys can see the map. Yes.
Yeah. So, on
Yeah.
the Roll20 that's being shared with the viewers, we can only see the red section. So Sam, you might need to zoom out.
Yeah, sorry, it's to the bottom right.
Yep.
It should have revealed.
Yeah. Yes.
Cool. Okay. Yeah. So there's I lost my train of thought. Anyway, there's evil Ankali who is like very clearly evil and is trying to attack you, and Ankali is stuck in a shadow realm with 3 evil beings. Also, when you guys switched, the object that was on the altar is now back in the altar. It just like teleported.
Gotcha.
Does that all make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Initiatives. Misery, what did you get?
Sorry, I got 12.
12. Cool. Katanga?
13.
13. Dr. Turnip?
23.
Amazing. And Kali?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay. And the evil ones, we'll just put them all at 5 for convenience. And hopefully on what you guys can see there labeled as evil. If not, this will be confusing to everyone, but that's okay.
They've got little green dots if they're not us, I think.
Cool. But in the initiative count, are they labeled as evil for you guys?
I can only see my name and Ankali's name.
Yeah, same.
I can only see my name
Fascinating.
and Carla's name.
Okay, well then I will try to remember to call who's next.
Thank you.
And fix this later. Cool.
I think it's because we can all move Ankali's character, and we were just seeing the ones we have control over.
Okay, this is weird. I will fix this when we are not streaming.
Roll 20, man.
Okay, Dr. Turnip. There is a very evil Ankali who has come through the mirror.
And it's obviously a different Ankali. Like we all saw the switch happen.
Yeah, you also saw the switch happen. This Ankali does not have any of her stuff, and her fingers have turned into long claws.
Well, that's not good. I'm gonna take out the gun again, the pistol.
Cool.
And I'm gonna just try to shoot the evil Ankali.
Great.
That will be a 17 to hit. Not Ankali.
A 17 hits.
Yep. I'm glad she doesn't have Ankali's AC, which will be 9 points of piercing damage as another shot rings out. And the mirrors probably make this echo quite a bit. As the gun fires. And
Indeed.
that is all I can do right now.
Great. Ankali, you are stuck in a shadow realm. There are 3 evil echoes of your friends.
Okay.
And Katanga, you're on deck.
I think it's worth saying that Katanga in the mirror world is a chicken.
Yes.
That is true.
Mirror chicken. Okay, so I'm going to first of all throw one of my chakram at I think evil misery.
Okay.
Okay. Interesting.
And that is 26
Yes.
or something. No, 24. 24. And that is a magnificent 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage to evil misery.
Yep. And then I'm going to run over to evil Katanga and do flurry of blows.
Great. So your tiger tattoos kind of glow as you spend a key point to do flurry of blows.
So that does a 15 hit,
Yes, AC 14.
and the other is a 17.
Yep.
So let's do the first damage there. So that is 6 points of damage on the first one,
Cool.
and another 6 points of damage on the second one.
Great. 12 points of damage as you boom boom just punch the Katenga chicken.
Papa!
Anything else?
No, that's it.
Cool. Katenga, your turn. Misery, you're on deck.
I'm going to use a bonus action
Okay.
to cast.
Sorry, yeah, I misheard. Go for it.
That's all right. I'm going to use a bonus action to cast Shield of Faith on myself.
Cool.
And then.
Can you cast in wild shape form?
Oh, yeah, I was going to drop that.
Okay.
Is that an action to drop that?
I think it's a bonus action. I don't know.
If it's a bonus action, then I'll.
Depends on the it depends on the type of druid you are, I think.
That is to turn into watch it, but I don't know about to
okay.
revert. I'm not sure on that one.
Wild
bonus
shape.
action.
Bonus action. Yeah.
Bonus action.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm still going to do that, but I'll not bother with the Shield of Faith at this point. So what I am going to do instead is, I'm with the range. Yeah, I am. I'm going to cast the cantrip Produce Flame.
Okay.
So you'll see just like a small fire start to erupt into my hand, which I'm then going to hurl at Ankali.
Cool.
Which is a 23 to hit.
Yep.
And that is going to be 4 points of fire damage.
Boom. The flame explodes in Evil Ankali's face. Anything else?
No, that's it for me.
Cool. Misery, your turn. And then we have evil people's turn.
Can I just... Can I check the evil... Well, Ankali, who's in the evil world, is not, like, shot up and damaged and stuff. She's fine, right?
For the moment.
Okay, awesome. Then I'm gonna hurt her. Okay, so bonus action, I want to cast Mind Sliver. So basically, the target needs an intelligence saving throw, or there'll be damage.
That's a 13.
Oh no, it was 13. Okay, never mind then. It's a tie. So that's okay. I will still go and do what I was going to do. I'll cast Magic Missile just using a level 1 slot.
Great. So as you go to cast Magic Missile, the Limbo Valley kind of shakes a bit. D10, D100.
Here we go. Let's shake it up. Oh wait, I just rolled 2 by accident. D10 is 9. And the D100 is 41.
9 and a 41. Cool. You're suddenly fluent in Elvish. For the next day.
Yes! Noted.
Okay, yes. You are magic missiling Evil Ankali.
Okay, cool. So each dart deals 1d4 plus 1, and I have 3 darts all at Ankali. Yep. So let's roll 3d4 is 8 plus 3 is 11.
11 points of force damage. Boom, boom, boom.
Well, if you plus 4 now, your thing's gone up.
I chose to use the level 1 spell slot because I had more.
But I mean, like, does it add on your charisma modifier?
Magic Missile doesn't.
Okay, then ignore me.
No.
Okay,
cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, three missiles straight into Evil Ankali's shoulder. Anything else with your turn?
No, thank you.
Cool. Evil Ankali is going to go towards Dr. Turnip because I think Dr. Turnip is closest. Evil Ankali is going to try to scratch you with her claws. That's a 16 to hit.
That will hit.
and a clear fail. So that's 5 points of bludgeoning damage as one of her claws just rakes you. It's now Evil Turnip's turn.
That's a bad sentence.
Evil Turnip flies over to Real Oncali, also goes for the claws. A clear fail and a 22 to hit.
22 does hit.
Does 10 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oof.
Evil Katenga's right there. Evil Katenga, 2 clear misses, and Evil Misery also bounds up. It's gonna do the claw thing. Boom, boom. That's a nat 1 and a 23 to hit. So that does 8 points of damage.
Oof.
Dr. Turnip, the real Dr. Turnip, it is now your turn.
Yes.
Ancala, you're on deck.
Okay, if this creature is in my face, I would be at disadvantage to make a shot.
Yep.
But I'm gonna expend a grit point to make it a Deadeye shot to give me advantage, so it'll just be a straight roll instead.
Great.
As I just fire the turnip at close range, that is gonna be a 13 to hit.
Misses. AC 14.
Done. Okay, yeah. Too close. Okay, and then as I don't really have a good bonus action I can use, so that'll be my turn.
Cool. Real Ancali, it is your turn. Katenga, you're on deck.
Okay, that was painful. So I shall attack. So it was Katenga I was mostly going for last round, right?
Yeah, Katenga has taken more damage than Misery, and Evil
Okay.
Turnip is fine.
So I will Chakram Slash. Does a 14 hit?
Yes.
Excellent. Come on, high rolling. Yes. 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Got it?
Okay, and then I am going to thingamajig, flurry of blows.
Yep.
But one of them I am going to use this thing I have called something or other. Where is it? I've got a thing where I can heal myself. Hand of Healing. So the first one is going to be another 14 to hit.
Yep.
And then, so that's going to be 7 points of damage there.
Cool.
And then I'm going to use the second flurry to use this Hand of Healing. So my tattoos glow and I heal myself 7 points.
Okay, cool.
But if I get hit badly once, I'm down.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
We don't have anyone else who can heal. Oh, maybe the druid.
Okay, that is
Like
Real
dead?
Ancali's turn. Katenga, it is your turn. Misery, you're on deck.
Is it possible for me to cross into the other area through a mirror?
You can try it and see.
Yeah, I'd like to move towards a mirror and reach out and touch.
Great, you reach out and touch the mirror, and Zorp, you switch places with Evil Katenga.
Okay.
Ah.
So I'm right next to Ancali now.
Yeah.
And the other two. Lovely. So I'm going to be very confused. What is going on?
It's the Shadow Realm. Yep.
And then, as a bonus action, I'm going to use Healing Word to heal Ancali.
Yep, that is a leveled spell. Roll your d10, roll your d100.
D10.
Please don't hit a fireball.
Oh no.
Oh, that would be just.
We just insta-killed.
Oh lordy.
That is a 50 and a 3.
A 50 and a 3. Oh god.
It's not a fireball, is it?
So cool. Let's have the healing word go through first because I'm nice like that. So the heal. How much did it heal?
It heals a full 7.
Cool.
Okay.
So as you, what word do you say to heal, Ankali?
It's going to be like less of a word and split. If anything I've learned today is just like when life gives you lemons and
Yeah, so on the word lemons, Ankali, you heal a bit, which is good because also on the word lemons, a explosion of poison gas fills the space. I need both of you to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Let me just.
And those are failures for both of the evil ones.
So what saving
that's
throw
good.
was it?
It's
Sorry?
not going to end.
Constitution saving throws, please.
Constitution. My constitution's not terrible.
I got
The campaign's not gonna end
17.
The campaign's not going to end in episode 1. It's just going to be Misery and Turnip just being the bitchiest bitches to each other for the rest
10.
of the next few weeks.
Misery
Cool,
and Turnip sounds like a great TV show.
Yeah. Enemies to lovers?
Yeah, sorry, so that
You
was a
are a
10,
level
and
20
what was the other one?
I got a 17.
Okay, 17 succeeds, 10 fails. So... Ankali, you are stunned for a round, as are... Oh, this isn't so bad. I was getting this confused with another spell. Sorry. As are both of the bad guys.
Well, that's not terrible.
You guys, you spend the next 6 seconds just like retching and vomiting from this poison. It's super gross. But the bad guys are too. Katenga, you are fine. You hold your breath fast enough. It seems okay for now. Anything else on your turn?
Yeah, I'm gonna turn to well, which of them am I gonna look at? I'm gonna turn to it's gonna be the little fairy, and say like today I don't know what it is about today, but is it the gas? Is it the lemons? It's leaving a bitter taste in my mouth, and I'm gonna like just take another swing with my quarterstaff at the
Cool.
small fairy.
Cool.
Which is gonna be 15 to hit,
Yep, that hits.
and that is
It would be at advantage because it's stunned.
Yeah, it would also be at advantage.
So just in case of
again,
that 20.
crit. No. So that
Cool.
is 10 points of bludgeoning.
10 points of bludgeoning to evil turnip. Got it. Misery, it's your turn.
Okay. I've just seen what's happened and I'm like, whew, I'm gonna hold off on the spell for a moment. So instead I'm gonna cast 2 cantrips. I'm gonna cast a firebolt at each of the baddies in our area.
Just twin spell.
No. Can one be a bonus
just one
action?
beam.
Other one action.
No.
Yeah. No, is that not allowed?
Not
Oof,
unless you have
okay.
twin spell as your meta magic, which I don't think you do.
No, I don't. All right, in that case, I'll just do another magic missile.
Cool.
I'll make it a 2nd level this time. So I'm shooting out 4. And I'll direct 2 at each of them.
Cool. D10 and D100.
We're getting raided on Twitch right as we're about to TPK, which is really fun.
Oh my gosh. D100, 53. D10, 2.
A 2 and a 53. Hey, roll a D20 for me.
Oh no.
Why? Why are you laughing? 14?
Okay, so you look like a woman in her 40s. Now you look like a woman in her late 50s.
Okay, I can answer that. That's it.
You have
Now,
aged by
you know-
14 years.
But she's still
That
a
is
level 20
fine.
lesbian.
Yeah.
Exactly. Now my beauty matches my wisdom. It's all coming together.
Okay, roll your damage.
Okay. 1d4 plus 1. So I'll do them 2 at a time.
Sure.
So one person is getting...
Getting 6. Cool, so
6,
6 to
and
Evil
the
and
other-
Holly, yep.
Yeah, and the other person's getting 8.
And 8 to Evil Katenga. Got it. Evil Katenga is not looking great. Evil Katenga is looking very injured. Anything else in your turn?
No. Well, maybe
Cool.
I'm like, oh, that's it.
Cool. Okay, Evil Uncali is going to go after a Dr. Turnip again. Does a 14 hit you?
Nope.
Cool. And a 24 to hit. The 24 does 9 points of damage. Evil Turnip is stunned. Is vomiting. It's terrible. Evil Katenga. Evil Katenga is going to run up to Misery. Reach out with the claws. Boom, boom. Misses both times. And Evil Misery is miserable. Dr. Turnip, your turn.
Okay, well, you said that Evil Katanga looks pretty rough, right?
Very rough, yes.
I'm gonna just completely ignore Evil Uncali, who is trying to kill me, and instead I'm gonna take aim at Evil Katanga, and make an attack on them. That will be a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Where's my damage dice? Constantly losing it. For 10 points of piercing damage.
Amazing. Evil Katenga is dead.
Okay, and in that case, I will bonus action second wind, and I get a grit point back because
yes, Evil Katenga
someone.
is scary, so you may
Yes.
take a grit point for that scariness.
Thank you. So I'll heal 7, and then I'm gonna action surge.
Cool.
And how do you do things with switching weapons? Is it?
Yeah, whatever,
Actually,
just switch.
no. Actually, no. I'm gonna expend the grit point that I just got back to try to take another Deadeye shot on
Sure.
Evil Uncali instead. So
Sure.
I'll be skillful. Which is a 20 to hit.
Yep.
So that will be 7 points of piercing damage.
Great. Evil Uncali is also looking very badly injured.
Cool. That's good to hear. And that will be my turn.
Great. And Kali, you are poisoned. It is terrible. Katenga, it's your turn. And on your turn, the cloud fades.
Okay. I'm gonna try and do another healing word on Kali.
Great. D10, D100.
Oh boy.
Let's do this.
No.
A Tarrasque appears.
God, it's really nice not to be a spellcaster for once.
That is 72.
Sorry, I didn't hear that.
A 70 and a 2.
A 70 and a 2. Oh, that is fascinating. No effects that you notice for now.
Oh, I don't like that.
Rest in peace.
But that is 5 points of healing for Ankali.
Yeah, nearly back up to full.
And then I'm going to turn to the good doctor once again and take another kind of swing with the quarterstaff.
Yep.
That's the bad doctor, Sam.
Not according to the chat. It's not according to the
Yeah.
Like,
A somehow even worse doctor.
Thank
you
you.
can tell if it's actually good.
That is a natural 20.
Amazing.
Nice.
So that is 22 points of damage.
Crack! Your staff breaks her nose, fractures one of her cheekbones, knocks her hat off her head. Anything else with your turn?
Nope, I'm going to just hang around there and just look exasperated.
Great. Misery, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna firebolt the
Cool.
the baddie.
Yep.
Oh yeah. 1d10. Sorry. Do. 7.
Roll to hit first. Roll to hit.
Oh yeah. That's just a d20, right?
A d20 plus your spellcasting modifier. Which is gonna miss.
Fuck.
Yeah, no, you
Yeah,
firebolt
that's
and you hit the mirror and it just sort of bounces off, the damage dissipating. Bonus action
Ruh-roh.
or anything else.
Bonus action. I don't really have bonus action. I really take right unless blah 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 blah. No, nothing useful.
Cool. Okay.
Okay.
Evil Uncali is going to go after Dr. Turnip yet again. 1 miss, 1 hit with a 23, so that
Yep.
is 7 points of damage.
That's
How are you looking, Turnip?
I'm not too bad because I just healed a bit.
Because you healed. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. It's now Evil Turnip is going to go after Ankali. So that's a miss and a hit with a 25. So that's 10 points of damage. Sorry. Rolling really well. And Evil Misery is going to go after Katanga. Wow, a miss and a hit. These dice are consistent. Yes, with the 21. So that's 9 points of damage.
Cool.
That is the end of the Evil's turn. Dr. Turnip.
Cool. I am going to spend a second grit point to make another attack on Evil Ankali in front of me.
Yep.
That is a not gonna hit. That's a 10.
No.
Which is very annoying. And that is all I can do because I've used up everything else basically.
Cool. Ankali's turn. Katanga on deck.
Okie dokie. Let's. So
Evil Turnip is badly injured. Evil Misery is basically fine.
Okay, let's go for Evil Turnip then.
Cool.
21.
Yep.
So, sorry. Actions, Chakram Slash, go. 8 points of damage to.
So close. So close to being dead. So close.
Okay, let's go for Flurry of Blows, my last one.
Yep.
I think those both hits, so they are. The lesser is 15.
Yes, that hits.
Okie dokie. So, that is what have I done? 6 points of damage there.
Boom. Evil Turnip is no more.
Okay, and can I send the next one, the other attack over to?
Misery? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and that one is 7 points of bludgeoning damage there.
7 points of bludgeoning damage to the evil tiefling. The more evil tiefling. Cool. Anything else?
No, I think that's good.
Cool. Katanga with Misery on deck.
So I'm gonna turn to the evil tiefling who's still around and say, like, I know it's not you. I know it's not the real Misery, and it's gonna start to be a kind of yellowish crackle around the kind of crystallized hair as I face towards the evil Misery and cast Thunder Wave. So I need a
Amazing.
con save.
A Constitution save. Yep. Also, that sounds like a spell. So D10, D100. That's a save, unfortunately, with like a 19.
Fine.
Damn.
And that is an 83.
An 83, and what was the D10?
Or it was an 80 and a 3.
An 80 and a 3. Got it. Choose from a secondary chart. That's no fair.
Well.
Oh, that's fun. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you target Thunderwave. You cast Thunderwave. The con save is made. So what's the half damage?
So it was 13 damage. So
13 damage, so 6. And in the other realm, another Thunderwave goes off, targeting Evil Ankali. Evil Ankali also takes 6 damage and is almost dead. So close to dead. You accidentally twinned a spell. Good job. Anything else on your turn?
No.
Cool.
No.
Misery, your turn.
I'm going to go for Firebolt again.
Amazing.
So I'm rolling to hit. Oh, yeah, 21. And then...
Amazing. It doesn't matter the damage. You kill.
Yay! Ooh, I'm a killer.
Yeah, but you
and then
the evil Ankali straight between her eyes. Boom. She's dead.
Yeah. And then my bonus action, oh my god, I'm going to go through the mirror. Can I do that?
Okay.
Move, right?
Yeah, you use your movement to run through the mirror. Zoop. You appear in the mirror. Oh, hang on. You switch.
Oh, we switched? Oh my god, I thought I would fight the evil me. I'm so sorry.
no.
I was not. Oh, can I undo? Can I run back? I fucked that up so badly. Oh,
Bye.
oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. So you take your move, you run to the mirror all ready to like punch your evil self in the face, and where's your evil self? She's gone. You look in the mirror.
I'm just like,
Turnip is watching this going, is she really that stupid?
And it's now Evil Misery's turn. Evil Misery is going to grin, and her teeth are just like slightly pointier than real Misery, and is going to go for Dr. Turnip.
Yep.
But I think misses. Does a 13 hit you?
Nope.
No. Cool. Evil Misery just like, instead of doing the claw thing, just tries to like bite you, and you just fly out of the way. Evil Misery is also very stupid.
Too small.
And Colin, it's your turn.
I guess I will go through the mirror and go and punch Evil Misery.
Great. Run through the mirror. Punch
How?
Evil
Wait,
Misery.
it's not Ankali's turn before mine, is it?
Wow. Nope, it is Dr. Turnip's turn first.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Collie gets really excited, starts running, and as Collie starts to run Dr. Turnip, what do you do? Sorry.
Well, my gun is out of bullets, and instead of reloading, I holster the gun, and out of the same like side of the jacket, I pull out a scimitar, and I'm just gonna try to stab.
Amazing.
Because I do have a melee weapon.
Be little fairy.
Ooh. That was cocked and almost went off the table. 14 to hit, right?
14 hits, yeah.
Nice. And what is it's a d6. Which will be 8 points of slashing damage
8 points of slashing damage.
to Evil Misery.
Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
Cool.
Actually,
Right.
can I make an offhand attack, or would I need to have a second weapon for that?
You can punch.
You
So I
know
can
what?
punch?
I'm pretty strong, so that wouldn't be terrible. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to then punch Evil Misery.
Great. You don't get your proficiency bonus because it's offhand.
Yeah. That is going to be. It's a natural 19, Catherine.
Nice. Great. You punch
So I'll
Evil
do
Misery
2 points of bludgeoning damage.
for a whole 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yep.
Yeah. So you slice her just like down her chest, and then you just like clock her in the head.
Just this tiny fairy punch.
And Collie, now it's your turn. You have run up to Evil Misery.
Yes. 20, dirty.
Yes.
Chakram slash. Bad damage, only 5 there.
5 damage. Yep.
And then I will. What's the unarmed strike?
Yep.
For this action, because I'm out of key points. That misses though.
Ah, sadness. Okay. It's now Katanga's turn.
I'm gonna look at Misery like quite close and go, yeah, you're the right one, and then go through the mirror and go back to the regular world.
Great. You run up to Evil
Maybe
Misery.
tell Misery to stay in the mirror.
Just like Benny killing herself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take another. Well, what am I gonna do? I think I just gonna do that. Sorry, give me a second. Actions. Yeah, I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take a swipe with my dagger. So just like out of my belt, I'm gonna take a swipe with my dagger, which is gonna be.
Go for the stabbity stab.
That's gonna be a 16 to hit.
Yep.
Which is gonna be 7 points of damage.
Great. Evil Misery is almost dead. Anything else?
I'm gonna use my bonus action to take another swipe with this light melee weapon as well.
Great.
Which is gonna be a natural 14 to hit.
14 hits.
Perfect.
Target is 14.
And that's 5 points of damage.
Ooh, so close. So close. Misery's just barely hanging on.
Oh no.
So sorry. Okay, actual misery. You are alone in the shadow realm. The altar has a really nice sort of like icon on it that you didn't see on the altar in the real realm. What do you do?
I'm grabbing it.
You're grabbing
walk
it.
right
Cool.
up to it. I'm like, I'll have that.
Cool. You have a nice
Case closed.
magical holy icon.
Yeah.
Yep. Anything else?
Wait, hold on. Can I see them in the mirror?
Yeah.
Can I cast Firebolt at the mirror?
Yeah, you cast Firebolt at the mirror, it hits the mirror, it bounces off.
Damn, okay. Alright, at least I didn't hurt myself. Alright, I'm done.
Cool. Okay, it is Evil Mystery. In her very last death throes, she's going to go after that damn fairy one last time. And that's does a 15 hit?
A 15 does it.
Cool. Sorry, your AC is written down like everywhere in front of me. I should have just checked one of that. So both of these hits. So that's 5 plus 8, 13 points damage total between the two hits.
I had 12, so I'm down.
And with that, she succeeds in chomping the fairy. You are unconscious in her mouth. Dr. Turnip, death save, please.
Oh god, yeah. We're immediately there, aren't we?
That worked.
That's cocked again. Sorry, I keep throwing it onto my laptop. That is a failure.
That is a failure. Okay, one death save down for Dr. Turnip. And Collie, your turn.
Okay, attack and bonus action, unarmed strike. So let's say that was the attack. So that is 24 to hit.
Please describe how you kill Evil Misery.
Okay, I think I just literally just swing my chakram in just such a way that just her throat is just sliced, and she's just gonna.
Amazing. You swing your chakram. The head of Evil Misery is sliced completely off, tumbles to the ground, luckily not in a way that Dr. Turnip, still in her mouth, takes damage. We are out of combat, folks, but Dr. Turnip is down. How are we stabilizing and or saving Dr. Turnip?
Oh, shit.
This is out of character. Like, are we?
Dr. Turnip's high. That's fine.
That was out of
I will end this campaign, Alex. Because I will once again point out, all of you were pieces of shit too. I'm Kali the least.
No, okay, so I walk through the mirror and then I see you on the floor. I'm like, that's no fun. So yeah, I do want to help you. Otherwise I'll get really bored.
Okay, as you walk to the mirror with the holy icon in your hand, you guys all hear a loud sort of crackling and then a zoop outside.
Oh,
just like fun fact.
Outside.
I don't hear anything.
But Dr. Turnip is like dying on the floor, so maybe solve that problem first.
Yeah. I got hope water.
I do have proficiency in medicine, so if...
Great, would you like to try to stabilize Dr. Turnip?
Okay, so
yeah, make a medicine check.
17.
Great, Dr. Turnip is stabilized, is no longer in danger of dying. In like an hour, Dr. Turnip will wake up.
Yay!
I just pick her up over one shoulder.
I am very solid. I'm not hard to carry.
I was going to say pop her in the bag of holding.
Yeah. Got 7 minutes.
Already explained. It would be
Well,
9 if there's only one person in there, but I think I already explained that to you, Sam.
what we do is we just go outside, and then the rest of us just leave her there while we work out how to get this gold boulder into the bag.
Yes, thank you. I'm rolling the boulder outside. Because
okay, so while
might be able to help.
If you break the bag of holding, that is your own problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so you leave the unconscious but slowly healing up fairy on the ground in the temple. You don't take the stuff out of the altar yet. Maybe you will next session. You go outside to stare at the large boulder the size of the small boulder that is now golden. As Katanga walks, with each footstep that he takes, there's a giant indentation of a T-Rex footprint with each step that he takes.
Step on the boulder, and we can crush it into like bits.
Yes, step on the boulder.
Really in character point and Carly to do, but...
Yes. And as you stare at the boulder, wondering what to do, I think this is a good stopping point. So,
Yeah.
see you next week.
Yay!
Oh, that was very fun.
That was good.
Yep. I will suggest to my fellow players, maybe allow for certain people to have character development, rather than just bullying them relentlessly. Because right now you just look like assholes.
Yeah. Don't worry,
Let me
I'll
just
develop.
admit
I'll
it.
develop.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that was our episode for tonight. Very fun. Thank you, Catherine. Catherine, where can people find you if they want to know more about your research and things?
You can find me on Twitter until its last dying days on at SheardCat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And yeah, perfect. And Google Scholar, I assume, Catherine Sheard.
Yeah, or you can just Google me.
Yes, Google her. Just Google her. And Rachel, how about you?
My name's very boring, so you can't Google me. But I'm on Twitter at Sci with Rach. Sci like science, SCI, and Rach like Rachel, RACH.
Perfect. All right, and yeah, if Twitter dies, we'll just let you know where you can find us in the future on stream. You can find Science and Sorcery at Sci and Sorcery on Twitter. If you want to watch more of Science and Sorcery's content, you can find us on YouTube. All of our previous campaign is on there, all of our one-shots at Science and Sorcery on YouTube. And we will be back on Sunday at 1 p.m. GMT. Sam and I are going to be making a homebrew starfish playable character type. I can't remember what we're calling it. That isn't the word that Wizards of the Coast use. If you want to be able to play a starfish character in your own campaign, come along, come join us. We're going to have Elizabeth Mills, who was on our last week's one-shot, join us as well. She knows a lot about starfish, which will be lots and lots of fun. And this campaign is going to pick back up next week, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Hopefully no technical problems that time. Sam's going to be fired then, so we'll replace him at some point in the next week. But,
Friday.
Huh? Alex?
We're here Friday as well.
Oh, we are we? Are we, Alex? Yes, we are here Friday, apparently. Look, it's not my fault you sprung that on me last week, and I don't remember because it wasn't in our bloody schedule. Sam and Alex, this is the reason they are fired, organized the one-shots called the Lactose League,
Yes.
which will be airing this Friday at 7 p.m. I will not be present. I have things to do. Yep. And that is it from us for tonight. So see you very soon. Goodbye, folks.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Hello.